We're not. Hello and welcome to another episode of Dungeons with the Dungeon Master. My name is Alex K and I am the Dungeon Master. I haven't got to say that specific intro clip for like 2 months. It's been a while. We were kind of in a merry-go-round of always having some excuse and not being able to play the game. And we're just going to push and pioneer through. We do have people not present today, but it's going on too long. We're here. Welcome to episode 66 of Arkelya. 66, everyone. That is 2/3 of the way to 100. Isn't that a monumentous moment? No? Okay, everyone's so excited. All right. Well,
3 sessions is going to be a funny session, haha.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess that's true.
I can't wait for session.
Funny session.
So,
100.
hi! Welcome to whenever you do listen to this. We're excited to be back. Let's see, so far as announcements, relevant announcements. As Primerus Paradox already advised in last episode, I guess we need to put it out here for the Arkelya cast. DTW unfortunately has a new job, and the new job has a schedule that was assigned to him at the beginning here where he cannot be here for Fridays or Saturdays, which means he can't be on Primerus Paradox or Arkelya for the foreseeable future. We're hoping within about 2 months that schedule will change and he can come back, but we're completely at the mercy of his employer getting new employees to fill his schedule, to get him back on the schedule they initially agreed with them. So we won't have our hero Kitman or our Pride of Arendelle Wood Elf for either of those 2 campaigns. So you're updated on that. Let's see. Owl cannot be here tonight because she caught COVID again. And so we don't have our Evelyn Sorceress, but we're going to play without her. Let's see. Other announcements. One of our players unfortunately hurt and broke their foot this week. That'd be Demioko. And he had surgery on him a couple of days ago, but he wanted to be here despite having to be on medication and in pain. And that was not anyone twisting his arm. He wanted to be here, so he's probably really bored.
Paris forced him.
I did not force him. I did not force him.
him.
He wanted to be. I have the chat log to prove it.
Then blink twice if you're in danger.
I'm blinking.
We are starting a little bit later because whenever we take a break and we come back, we always have like a catch up. So I'm sorry we're starting a little bit later than our agreed time. An hour later. But we're here. Kyle will be joining us in 30 minutes to an hour. He should be coming in. So that's all the major announcements Laris has for catching everyone up over the Arkelya break. Overall, everyone's doing pretty good. And we're hoping all you out there, spectators and viewers, are doing well as well. Okay, so that's my announcement.
I am happy.
Does anyone else in the cast have an announcement besides the guy pretending to be a chameleon right now?
Yes.
Whoa.
I am happy.
Okay.
Hit metal 17 times.
I'm not pretending.
Alright, we're gonna...
I'm pretty sure I'm a chameleon.
I'm just
Fair enough.
embodying my spirit animal.
Alright,
I've
so...
gotten
Fair
in
enough.
touch with my more druidic side.
Yeah, bro, let's get to the recap of last episode then. So, to kind of back up a little bit, we're not going to just do the last episode, we're going to go a little bit further back. So, Heartseeker, they are heading west towards the western states, and they've gone through several states. They're going to Westwind, the epicenter of the Silent Plague, which has supposedly crippled the western portion of Windheim. People are sick and are basically dying, and there's just a huge plight over there, right? And our cast of 7 heroes thinks that they might have a way to solve and save this problem. Along the way, though, Roderick knows he has his own personal quest assigned to him by his patron, Elrian, that which hoards, one of the outer evils from the plane of contradictions, a creature of unfathomable power and age, who's somehow synced up with Roderick through some weird happenstance. The connection that connected the two of them, the braiding, was damaged somehow, unknown to anyone apparently, but somehow it was damaged, and Elrian has recommended that Roderick repair this braiding if he wants to keep his warlike powers, because the party will definitely need these powers if they're going to save the world, and in fact maybe all existence, as some people might divinely believe. So Roderick has been tasked with to fix this braiding. He needs to go back to where he became a warlock in the first place, which was to a secret underground facility, and Roderick didn't know exactly how he got there in the first place, but lucky for him, his patron imprinted that information to Krista, his familiar. And so our party, led by Krista, when she finally recognized they were near this communal facility that would lead underground, she escorted them to the edge of that place. And then you guys, the party, the cast here, you guys brought your heads together to sneak your way inside this facility. You found overcome many obstacles and challenges along the way. Many of these were death-defying. Normal people would have been killed so many times over before they could have gained inside the facility. And you guys have been pushing through those specific problems. And specifically, on the cusp of the session before last session, you guys had inadvertently triggered a trap that made you go down a slide. And that slide had you pinballing your way, or pinballing, like a pinball machine, into stalagmites and tights, and hurting yourselves as you fell down these slippery slopes until you eventually got deposited into a cube-shaped room. And two of our cast members, Lumi and a massive badger, and Thorak fell into some kind of gelatinous substance that had them T-posing and having them bleeding to death as something was dissolving them. The rest of the cast turned and saw these two individuals suspended inside mid-gelatinous cube, and immediately a confrontation occurred. So, the party quickly rises to the defense and defeats the slime. After recognizing the room they are in is nearly sealed, Roderick uses telekinesis with the support of Doma and Thorak to force the door open. It appears the area the band is in is a prison block, as there are several other sealed chambers within the corridor. Heartseeker pioneers onward and finds a room with 3 altars in it. Realizing a substance must be put inside each altar, they attempt to fill one with sand. This prompts a trap to seal them all inside the room as a poisonous, noxious gas fills the space. The party deduces that either blood, water, and mana will eventually be needed to be donated inside each of the correct altars, and in doing so, they break the seal and the door opens, allowing them to escape. The ensemble then finds himself within a space that carries itself as a living arrangement for a large number of people. They find a dormitory, animal pens, lounging areas, and even a mess hall. They also run into a hybrid water/shadow creature prowling the halls that attacks them. They defeat this entity only to realize that its body reforms within a minute after demise. After defeating it a second time, they leave its remains behind and ascend a series of stairs to escape its pursuit. They soon find a library and discover that it has guardians that attack them. The very scrolls, tomes, and books inside this become animated and cast spells, constrict, and bite our cast of heroes. At destroying the chandelier, so no new repository of knowledge is animated, they then be able to get to start looking inside the interior of the room. Sadly, a large amount of information was lost due to collateral damage by careless use of fireball spells. The party does salvage what information they can, including manuscripts to cast several simple spells, the blueprints to cast a very complex planar spell, and a diary of one of the previous communal tenants. Also, they do find a little bit of lore about one of the elder evils, Williorag. Pushing onward, Heartseeker finds 3 chambers that require the party to be in each at the same time, and they're forced to split up into smaller groups. With each chamber is a series of objects that share imagery, numbers, or descriptions that reference items in one of the other chambers. While trying to crack the code, the party begins to feel something draining their very fortitude every few minutes. Feeling the squeeze but persevering, the band deduces the indexing and manages to resolve the puzzle. A new exit becomes available in the center room, and all the other rooms and exits open, allowing everyone to regroup in the center room where this new tunnel leads forward. And that is where we're picking up. Are there any immediate questions anyone has? Doesn't sound like it. Okay.
Wait, what? No.
So here we are, everyone. Let's kind of just look at our little map again. So this is the facility you guys have been exploring, right? It might look semi-familiar, but might look a little bit different. That's right. I drew it again, slightly better, so that we have more space.
Why?
just because the previous spot was a little cramped. So
I was about to say, this is exactly how I remember it being.
I drew it again. Unfortunately, it was initially cramped in only the left half of the table, and the right, and so I did a little bit better this time. So anywho, yeah, it's probably the same rubric. So you guys left the water creature back here in that space, right? This was the library. You came down here, and then you guys, specifically at the end of last session, was narrated. You eventually found your ways back into this chamber here, which is the chamber number 1, where there was a giant, massive painting. And so as you guys kind of corral and get back into there, where through Rary's telepathic bond, a spell that's cast by Baldric, you are able to recognize that there was an exit, or another exit inside this room that leads into a tunnel. Oh, I forgot to make an announcement. There is a change that the cast is doing. When we have the absences we have now, we're going to have the cast members operate the player characters, not the DM. The DM will still do light role play, but the cast now controls those missing characters. Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
I don't know what we're talking about. I mean, Baldric and that wall.
I mean, if you want, but I don't know if that's
I'm not even going to try, man.
Okay.
In addition to Lumi, I will be also controlling the DM for this session.
Yeah, at the moment, Potato is operating Baldric and Akal, and Petite is operating Evelyn and his own character. Oh yeah, and obviously Potato's controlling Laura.
Wish me luck. I have no idea what I'm doing.
So, alright, so here you guys are in this space. So let's kind of remind you, it's about 10 feet tall. There is this massive mural on the wall. There was this like little wooden cubby in front of it. There's all these tokens. And the mural had these like 3 little like indents put on it that you could pick up a token, and the token had like a little white knob kind of plastered to the back of it, which allowed you to fix that token to the mural. And after you guys did your indexing, which involved the tokens hanging from string, fish line wire, the other one with the columns where there was blocks in it, right? You guys managed to free those, crack the code, and in the center of that mural, like a compression occurred, and then an archway appeared, and it's about 15 foot wide, this hallway ahead of you, but it's a long hallway, and there's like a draft that's kind of coming through. You can just feel like little bits of your hair on your body drifting every now and then as there's a consistent breeze kind of moving down this hallway. Unfortunately, your light cantrips only go out 40 feet, 20 feet of bright light, 20 feet of dim light. So you really can't see the end of the hallway, but there's a hallway ahead of you, right? With no source of light coming. And this is where you all are currently.
Well, there's air coming from it. That's a good sign.
Is it really, though?
I don't know if I'll be happy if we find out there was just an easier way in on this side.
I don't think I would be happy with that either.
Honestly, I don't remember having to deal with all this, so, be prepared for that, I suppose.
Either way, this looks like the path forward.
Yeah.
The only one that left, honestly, right?
Well, I don't know about
Let's go
you,
back and fight more of those slime things.
but I'm a little winded. I feel like something was sapping my very life force out of my body when we were quickly trying to get those puzzle pieces together. Now, I'm not saying that we
you
should
too?
reprieve, because who knows where other occupants, like that water creature, might find us, right? But we should take an inventory. Are we good to continue? Is anyone feeling worse for wear than what is capable of them?
Well,
I don't think we have a choice right now. Can't really rest in this dangerous of a place.
Well, there's always the curative magics that certain members can do.
And Baldric's eyes kind of turn toward Evelyn and Doma with gleeful interest in them.
Gleeful interest.
Oh, God.
You're not role playing her. I do the role play, so don't worry
for
about
it.
that. I will roll.
talking about.
I'll role play Baldric and Paul and Evelyn in their absences right now.
I'll clear my throat.
But you can say, I think that it'd be good to use their spell slots to do X, Y, and Z right now, right? That would be like that era character decisions. That's the stuff you guys are operating.
I am not Baldric, but I do have the new spell that we've just made. The one, not Telsi, what's her name? Relina made, that would allow us to rest if necessary.
Isn't
Is anyone
be
particularly hurt? I can still
Yes.
heal.
I do recall that smell does cost a pearl. Like 50 gold a pearl.
Talking to myself.
I'm confused.
I just can't remember myself about that. So, just to remind myself, there is a cost on top of my 5th level spell slot.
But I do remember I could always upcast.
And then Evelyn probably would chime in. I do
Yes.
have some extra magic, and my circlet is prepared to do cure wounds right now, so I could heal anyone that's not as tip-top as they're necessary. I have a little bit of extra mana to spare.
Oh,
I could technically do prayer of healing and get us up to mostly full. Mostly healthy.
Sure. Yes, indeed.
Which is just I'm just role playing him at this point.
Alright, who is hurt? I'm gonna do a
Yeah,
prayer
so
of
who's
healing.
hurt?
there.
Like to take inventory here real quick. Who's bad off, etc.
Oh, I'm horribly off. Please let me see this healing spell again.
Shut up!
Damn it.
He would do that, but shut
Lumi
Yes, my heart is. Can you hear my.
Lumi is a
My
tiny
heart,
bit
it
burned
hurts.
and a tiny bit sliced from weird water elemental.
You're free to give your exact numerics. I'm fine. You don't have to be like, I'm 10%. You can just say, I have this health, right?
I have 67 health out of 80.
Okay.
So I'm just a little tiny bit stinged, you know?
Ikal is missing 10, Baldric is missing 12, and Thorak is missing the most. Let me just calculate how much that is. 90. And Thorak is missing 34, but Thorak is the healthiest of all of them, ironically. He's the highest actual number, so it might not be a problem.
Now, unfortunately, I don't have the possibility to heal many people with one spell, but I could spend probably 3 or so spell slots to.
I can heal a few people with just one.
Just we need to calculate what would be the most optimal move. So
I got prayer of healing. I got the other thing. Cure
yeah,
wounds.
How did-
so when
how
you,
did the
when
prayer
you
of healing
calculate
work?
prayer healing and your paladin aura, you maybe should recognize that prayer healing actually is just as good, if not potentially better. If you've ever done the
Then
math
what?
for it. So think about your spell, right? The aura you cast gives you 10 zaps of 2d6, right?
Aura Vitality? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and that the
But
average.
it's a 3rd level spell.
Yeah, and the average of that is 7 hit points, right? So on average, it heals 70 hit points. And prayer healing heals how many people? 5, right? I think it's 5.
Yep.
Right, and then if you were going to upcast prayer healing to 3rd level, then it would heal 3d8 plus your charisma mod to each of the 5 people. So now do your math, right? So 3d8, 2 d8s together would be 9. It'd be 9 plus 4, so that's 13. Add your 5 to it, right? So you heal on average 18 to each person if you rolled on average with the prayer healing, right? And you heal 5 people, so do 5 times 18, right? Is that greater than 70 hit points?
Calculator.
It is. It is.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because like 5 times 10 is 50, and then 8 times 5 is 40.
Total.
So
So you have a calculator.
Yeah,
I already have this branch ready.
Why'd this come up? I said I was gonna use prayer of healing.
Oh, you know
yeah,
what?
I just said
Alright, yeah.
last session you cast Aura Vitality, and Aura Vitality is a decent recuperating mechanic out of combat. But back in the days when initially Paladins didn't get prayer healing, now that they do have it, technically prayer healing is the better option at 3rd level when you have to upcast it. So I don't know if people recognize it. The problem with prayer healing though is it does require you to have 10 minutes to be able to do the mechanic, where Aura Vitality can do all of its healing within a condensed 1 minute, right? So anywho, I just for your sake, Dama, I did the number crunching, and I wanted you to articulate to you that if you have to use the same 3rd level spell slot, it's better to do prayer healing. Your average is higher. You could get screwed and get lower, but your average is higher.
Okay.
So now, ultimately, you guys are still at the same exact junction. Did you want to do a prayer healing, or did you want to have Evelyn? Like, you could do a prayer healing. Evelyn could try to top off a few people with some of her extra
Yes.
resources.
Absolutely, I think that'll work.
As long as Doma is willing to spend the resource. So did you want to, Doma?
Yeah.
If you can.
Yeah.
Okay, what level of prayer healing would you like to cast?
A second.
Okay, so then Doma, go ahead and roll 2d8 and add your 5, and that will be healed to 5 people, which there's 7 people in the cast, unfortunately.
16 HP.
Looking horrible right now. I do definitely need it.
Okay, so you
Good
have,
old 16.
yeah, it will be 16. So now you as the operator determine who heals the 16 HP. Sorry, it's 6 creatures, so only one person will not get this. It's even better.
Yeah, not me.
There
you go.
It's an additional 18 more healing done. Prayer healing is definitely better than level 3.
Should we just put the health in the chat? It's easier.
Yes, you could definitely
if you
do
can.
that. That's completely acceptable. You guys
yes.
can write your numbers so that way, Domuk. But yeah, one person
I
will
picked
not
out
miss
3
it.
different characters' health bars with a melted keyboard. Sounds delightful.
All right, so just tell me, Potato.
Tell me, I'll put it in there too.
Yeah, you could do that one. Sure.
Al is missing 10, Baldric is missing 12, and Thorak is missing...
Wait. Okay, so it's minus 10. I was looking for the actual totals, but I mean, it's fine.
Okay, here you go.
Baldric is minus 10. Thorak.
He's minus
Baldric's
34,
minus
right?
10.
34. Yep. And Baldric is 12.
Oh, Baldric is 12. Okay.
Ekal is 10, Baldric is 12.
You said a call at 10? Okay.
Yes.
Well, Baldric and Nicole need it first then, I guess.
Baldric is the lowest. He's only missing 10 HP. He would get the least out of it, right?
Oh, I thought they meant had 10 HP.
Ekal is only missing 10 health too, right? You said?
Yes.
Yeah, they're both
Ekal
tied.
is 10, Baldric is
So you ultimately, I mean, Evelyn's gonna heal one of the two with Cure Wounds, right? So you just decide which person you don't want to give it to, Demi.
No, I'm not giving it to myself.
Okay. All right. So
Did you
then,
give to everybody else?
what? How many hit points did you have, Demi?
70.
Out of
92.
heal yourself and don't heal
Wait,
and don't heal Baldric right now. Okay, that's what I'd recommend.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
because
in character, he would be screaming the most, though.
I can't.
How much is it? 18, you said? Or 16?
it was
Oh,
16. 16 HP.
Yep.
16.
So
16 to everybody else.
except Baldric, and then I'd recommend Evelyn tops off a few people with some extra spell slots that still maybe need it.
Okay, all right. So basically, cure wounds. Let me see something here. Can we do this?
Cure Wounds does
we twin this?
1d8 plus her mod, so it's plus 5. That's what she does.
Yeah, but I'm saying, can we twin this technically?
You can twin it. Yes, she could twin it.
Okay.
And twinning
Yeah. So
costs
so-
1 point at 1 point to the spell slot being used.
Sorcery.
Yeah.
That's huge value. One
Yeah.
sorcery point for 1 level 1 spell slot or higher is huge.
Yeah. So so we're just basically topping up. So we'll do basically use 2 sorcery points to cast it twice.
Which technically, well, it's one
one
sorcery point
first
for
level.
level 1, right? I think is what it
Yeah.
is.
So it is a level 1. Yes, level 1 to use cure wounds. Probably end up twice.
Yeah,
roughly
she does
as
it twice,
estimated
and
right
2
now.
sorcery points will be gone, and she will technically heal 4 people. 2 casts of 1d8 plus 5 to those 4 people. I forgot she can do that. That's actually really good. She actually has a lot of potential healing for you guys then. They're kind of like quasi
she's
prayer
really
healing.
great.
Alright, So after you guys kind of like basically wait, hold on, I didn't do it for both of them. Gave her 16. Roderick is at like basically near max. Who is low at the current, or lower, quote unquote. Who's missing HP?
I'm still missing a little.
How much?
but
How
not
much?
really
How much?
enough.
16.
16 to everyone.
All right, so definitely cast 1 on Doma and Thorak. They're not.
Okay, so
they're missing like 15
Yeah.
each, right? So that she couldn't even max heal them, right? That would be the.
Yeah, so we'll spend 1 to twin it, basically cure wounds on both of them.
It's
Roll
actually
here.
it's just 1d8, and they both get that.
Oh, and
amount.
they forget that.
Yeah.
What? Whoops. What? Well, hold on a second. We have to get that 7, right?
I think it's separate. Because
Actually,
you would
no,
make
it's,
separate rolls if that.
the twin is the same. I think it's the same effect, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you twin an attack spell, you roll separately.
You're right,
for
you
each
would
one
roll
of them.
separately. Okay, sure, I will allow a separate roll, then that way your average is better. So roll another one. I guess I'll let you decide who gets which.
Okay, who's lower? I mean, who's higher?
She's gonna heal 6, and she has 6, and she has an 8. That's what she has available.
Who wants the 6? Who wants the 8? It doesn't even matter. We may
Take the 8. Let's go.
All right.
Just to speed it up.
All right, so 8
Just
to,
speed it up.
Thorak,
Better give us
6
better
to
one.
Doma. Doma gains 6 hit points, and Thorak gain 8. Okay.
Cool.
How are you guys looking now? Do you need another one, or you said Thorak full HP? No, Doma's full HP.
Full HP.
Thorak is not full, but I realize I do have second wind still. So I'm gonna switch it.
Okay. All right. So you just see what other ones you can use.
Baldric is missing 10 hit points.
Are you still missing 10?
A call should be at
No,
max.
Wait. 10?
Yeah, Baldric.
Wasn't he part of the?
Baldric had.
I thought he was part of the. Okay.
He was
All
not.
right. Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
only
So
there's 7 players and 6 could be hit, and Baldric was one of the 2 people with the lowest amount. There would have been missing hit points because there were 6 extra hit points healing. Hence why you should not have included a call or Baldric as one of them. A call is capped. Baldric is currently missing 10. I know that right now.
okay, so we'll just do the same thing and twin it. What the?
Well, who's the other person? Ooh,
What the heck?
yeah. Apparently, apparently the table unlocked. All right, that probably was me. My cursor was
Like
open.
a rollback. What are you doing?
Yeah, but then you guys always complain about, oh no, it's lagging.
Oh, what? Boo!
All right, that's
How fucking dare
Oh
you?
my god, this production value.
all right. So
Chaos.
Baldric is missing 10. I know that.
All right, we'll do the same thing and twin it. For
My goodness.
Thorak and Baldric.
How is Baldric missing if Prayer of Healing got him?
Prayer Healing did not
No,
hit
he
him. Prayer
didn't.
Healing can hit 6 creatures, and Baldric and a call both were missing 10. They were tied for lowest. Doma healed 16 hit points. There were 6 missing. 6 would have been wasted if it was
Wait, I
healed.
thought you said it was 6 targets though. 6 targets, and Doma didn't choose himself for the first one.
Doma, I convinced Doma to choose himself because there would have been
okay.
6 missing.
Okay.
So
I think I heard that
Baldric
wrong.
is
All right.
currently missing 10 hit points.
Okay, and how much is Thorak missing?
Let's make it 20.
I'd like to smite.
Okay, ready? We're rolling for the twins here.
Okay, so who's getting which one?
We'll go with the left. That would be Thorak, and the right, Baldric.
Okay.
Ooh boy.
Baldric is capped, and Thorak, you would heal an extra 13 hit points.
Thorak is capped as well.
All right, is anyone
go.
not? Is any character not at max hit points?
Roderick has 56 and 58,
That's pretty
but
cool.
we're good.
How's that?
Whoa.
She is. Ah, shit, my math is terrible now. Fuck, I don't want to use one more. All right. Anybody else? Thorak, how much more health do you need?
It's full.
It's full.
So Thorak,
Anybody else not full?
Thorak, Akal, and Baldric are all full. All of the ones Potatoes controlling are capped. Doma's
how much
capped.
is Evelyn missing?
The only people that are missing.
She's missing 12 exactly right now.
So then
Well, just take back, if it's not too late, take back the 13 from Thorak and
No,
give it to
no,
Evelyn.
no, it's
Thorak
too
said
late.
it's fine.
She could just cast another
fuck
level
you.
1.
Okay.
She could just cast one level 1 on herself, by the way.
Yeah.
She has a lot of spell slots. I don't think you realize.
Really? Okay.
He's trying to burn through her resources, right?
I'm trying not to.
My
I'm
eyes
trying
dropped
not
when
to.
my jaw dropped when my jaw dropped when I realized how much she had available to her. Okay.
Yeah.
Your jaw's gonna drop when you see how much I have available.
Yeah, I know that you're basically only saving your stuff for random things, but you can't heal, so you need to use your stuff for other things, my man. Get some utility.
No, I have a
When you see how
whole.
much Thorak has.
I do have a lot of utility, but they're sit down and do random things, or if this is an out to a puzzle that won't be effective in this hellscape.
there were actually opportunities for you to
You know
do
what?
things.
We're good.
I
Thinking about
don't
it.
think you
We're
would
good.
let me stone shape my way
Trust.
through all of this.
No, I was thinking more like you using commune with nature to find the entrance into.
I don't have that spell.
Well, you should have had that. It's a really good.
No.
Yeah, it's solution to every problem. You should have had it.
That's right. He gets switched to it. Anyways, whatever. Okay, so.
Has this been using you?
All right, you guys are healthy now. Great. A little bit of mana spent. Domo used a level 2, and Evelyn used 3 level 1s, and then some sorcery points. But you guys
level 1s. 2 level 1s.
Oh, she's not casting on her on herself.
No, I have an idea for this. If this comes up.
Okay, yeah, I mean you're operating her, so no, if she dies under your operations and she has that has nothing to do with Are you sure?
Pressure, right?
She had mana. She has mana to spare, so
Don't worry.
all right, whatever. Okay, so ahead of you.
Whatever.
Ahead of you is a square-shaped hallway. It's not. There's like an arch, but it's a square-shaped arch, right? It's 10 feet tall, 15 feet wide. So technically, if you guys want to move forward, we'd have to decide in marching.
Thor goes first as he does. He'll be
Marshmallows
followed.
in front.
Cal will be at the very back to protect our rear. He's fast enough to catch up.
Let's
I don't
So
feel
everyone
like
else
being both
moves
ground. I'll stay in the middle.
So right here,
All right.
let's just say this is the hallway, and you guys are going that way. So let's have you put your tokens here, approximately, into the rough formation.
Oh, okay, that works better. Much better.
You don't
There you
have
go,
to
let's
be
split
shoulder
it
to
up.
shoulder, but you have the opportunity to do it, right? Because there is the space for it. So we're gonna put the hero Catman in the very far back to cover the rear.
Yep.
Okay.
Hero
Be like,
Catman.
All right. So this is your rough your guys' T attack. That's what you guys are doing. So moving forward now.
Go.
Light is currently on Baldric's equipment, I think. I don't know. I know Evelyn can cast it too.
Yeah, Evelyn will recast it on what is it? What it was Dark? What do you want it to be?
Huh? What?
What do you want light to be cast on?
The Axe of Elemental Slaying works.
Yes, absolutely that.
All right. So she switches off what she had it before, and she gives it to Thork. So now Thork, you have lights, and then you get 40 feet now of bright light, right? All right. Moving forward. Okay. So the space, as described in our last session 2 months ago, this area is well sculpted. There is sentience and careful, meticulous crafting that was put into this. It's a wonder of how they did it, basically, because you guys are so far underground. It's not like Medan level underground, but you are pretty deep under soil at this point, right? You guys have spent well over 2 or so hours in this facility, right? It's been a long time. You've been navigating through quite the breadth of obstacles, and once again, there's a level of it's kind of like liminal space where there's this evidence of like life was here and now it's not here, and there's kind of, for anyone that has that kind of phobia, that it feels like there's like a presence even though there might not be a presence. You just expect there to be a presence, but there's not. But there is that current, that air that kind of comes through. Walking forward into this towards darkness, but your little bubble of light is marching forward. You guys are hearing your armor moving, the chain on the chainmail, the occasional like leather strap being tugged, cloth moving, the breath, the heavy breath from each of you. You guys are reminded that some of you are more labor than others because of the tri-puzzle, the picture puzzle. It's called the picture puzzle, right? Where 4 of our party members are actually half their normal move speed, right? And that would be, if I recall, Roderick, Doma, and Lumi, right? Are the 4 people that have half move speed?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So they slowly trail behind you guys just a little bit. So sometimes you have to like let the formation come up, or you guys just move at a slower speed. But it becomes much more obvious here in this longer hallway that there is a disparity. That people are moving slower. That exhaustion hitting them, and you can hear the labored breath. You're all feeling fatigued after that puzzle for sure, because it zapped all of you, right? For at least one level of exhaustion. Moving down the hallway. You're only moving down the hallway maybe 30 seconds before you basically see the end of the hallway. And the chamber beyond it looks like from your angle, but you're not even all the way down at that end of that chamber. But the chamber ahead of you looks like it must be a relatively large space because there's nothing that really neatly stands out. Moving 10 feet closer and 10 feet closer, you begin to see monolithic structures in that chamber ahead of you. And eventually you guys get to the precipice between where the hallway ends and the room in front of you. And the room in front of you, it's about, I'm going to guess, about 60 feet wide and about 60 feet deep. So it's kind of cube-shaped in dimension, but it's not a cube. You can recognize that it is much more of a hexagon. There are six sides, and they're symmetrical. So yeah, it's about 60 by 60 foot cube, but parts of the corners are cut off, basically, to make the hexagon-like shape. And there's peculiar geometry inside this space. As I mentioned, there's these monolithic structures. There are these statuettes that are put into rows and columns. By a quick assessment, even though you can't see the fullity of the room ahead of you, you would guess there's probably 4 columns and 2 main rows, and there's a third, like, partial row in the space ahead of you. So then, to kind of give a crappy illustration, right, we would have like a square like this, like that. Actually, that's an octagon, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. I guess it would be like this, I guess. Like this. Okay. So you guys are coming in from down here, right? So I'll get these tokens and move them over here. In the space ahead of you, you recognize that there is a kind of a copy of the hexagonal shape, but slightly turned clockwise a little bit, or maybe counterclockwise. It doesn't really matter, but it does have the same. Well, I'm just doing it again. I keep trying to do octagons, not hexagons. I guess it like that, then like this, then like that, then like that, like that. Yes. So there appears to be a pattern along the ground of a groove that has a hexagon that's been rotated a little bit on the inner. And then to the very center of the space, there's another one that's been shifted again. Another final hexagon, which that mirrors the outside. So that's going to be like this, like that, like this, like that, right? And so you see this weird pattern. Unfortunately, you cannot see the far end of the room from where you are now. It's too far away. Your light doesn't make it, right? So even those of you with dark vision, you're kind of seeing vague portions of there. There doesn't appear to be any major columns in the space, and there doesn't appear to be any other exits in the space. This might be the final chamber, or maybe like some of the other places you've been, there might be a secret door or something like that you have to activate to gain access further into the facility. It's hard to know right now. But here you guys are at this threshold, not moving in unless you want to move in. But this is what you see currently in the space around you from your vantage point. Approximately, with that crappy illustration there. Sorry.
You guys try something.
Where do you think the wind is coming from?
It's a good question.
Yes, Roger. Would you like to
Can I have a call make rolls as well?
You can have a call take checks. He's technically under your purview, so that would be completely in your scope. Yes.
Can we have a call check for traps?
Yeah, absolutely. So call checks for traps. All right. So he has to move forward, unfortunately, and presumably you don't want me to go inside the room while checking for traps. Yes.
That's a call.
I mean, you do you. You know how to check for traps. I don't.
Very well. I will stay here first to see if there's anything within eyeshot. Actually, I don't know why I rolled. You are rolling.
Yep.
Roll perception. I rolled an 18 too.
there.
I rolled really well. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I rolled a flat 10. His perception. It's an 18. It's a pretty good roll.
Okay.
Oh, disadvantage. Hold on. Exhausted.
Oh,
Yeah, good catch. Good catch.
Still on 18. Still pretty good.
All right. Nothing here implies that this room is trapped. Nothing applies it. A call, more specifically, is kind of like trying to check if there's like a pressure plate here, or maybe the door closes. He doesn't see anything that would imply that. Doesn't mean it's not the case, but
Did he roll with disadvantage, actually?
He did.
Yes.
Yeah, Thorak had him do it. It doesn't.
Box. Focus.
A call does not think the room is trapped to the best of his current ability from where he's at.
All right. Does this room look at all familiar to Roderick at all? No.
Well, so Roderick, when you were moving to this facility, you were blindfolded. So, look familiar?
Towards the end.
No. Maybe it's familiar if you went inside it and you closed your eyes for a bit to try to like, does it feel? But you would need to be like in that room to kind of attempt that right now, right? That when that happened to you, it was a blur. You were obviously under a large amount of stress at the time, so it's kind of like it's really hard to pick up those fragments. You kind of need to get back in the element and try to recreate it. So from where you are right now, you don't know.
Guys, let me.
If one of us is going in there, all of us are going in there. Remember what happened to the library? Or in the poison gas room? I'm telling you, no one goes in somewhere on their own. Carl, we've seen you sprint all the traps thus far.
I mean, I was trying to warn you all, but true, fair.
Well,
Maybe you should try summoning
beforehand.
that creature. You know, we might have to pass the dangers.
I was about to, and he would unsummon Krista and try to resummon her.
You try to summon Krista, and in doing so, you make the gesture, and you expend a little bit of mana. It's not actually cost your spell slot, but expend a little bit of mana to try to pull her through the ether. And just like when you did back earlier in the facility, you do the effect, but she doesn't come. It's kind of like a doof noise, which doesn't normally happen. It's if something's like blocking it, or if it's not working, you are free to try again. You're free to even exert yourself if you'd like to try to do it. But through default usage, it doesn't seem like it's working right now. I mean, you don't know what that means. It could mean numerous things. It doesn't have to be.
You try one more time.
Exerting yourself or not exerting yourself?
No, just not exerting yourself. Just kind of like the general casual, quote unquote casual.
Yeah, so another casual attempt. Nothing happens. She doesn't come. She should. This is all you've needed to do before. It's not good enough right now. So you could.
She did say,
try
I
other
don't know.
options.
So maybe this isn't the location then.
Maybe you'll have to be inside first, or that could also mean that the dangers are not done.
Yeah.
Could be one of the other directions in the facility. There's that too.
Yeah, let's step inside. You guys ready, just in case?
Yes, you have my staff.
And you have my fist.
You have my bow.
I stumbled forward when he suggested stepping inside.
All right, Lumi kind of walked in a little bit, like took a look around. Maybe his staff kind of pulled to his chest.
Whoops! I didn't know we were doing that pep talk thing. And my staff.
You have two staffs. Let's get in there, everyone.
The Baldric kind of makes his way.
Yes.
In. Actually, I'm not supposed to control Baldric. All right, you enter into the space. In moving more towards the middle, you can see the finer details significantly more easily. Let's go ahead and grab, like, I guess a couple. Well, not those ones. These ones. Yeah, there we go. So,
even the same formation, kind of coming in.
Let's get this guy custom toggled grid. All right, so you would see. Oh, there's like. Oh, yes. All right, so in the space ahead of you, I think it's like this. Is what if I recall correctly, it's like this. Okay, something like that, I think. You see, it should be 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's definitely wrong then. Close enough. Alright, you see statues kind of arranged like this, basically. Statues approximately 5 feet in height to 6 feet in height of differing creatures. Humanoids. Humans, elves, orcs. Mostly human. And you can tell that they are different people. They're not the same people. Statues that captured what appears to be weird final moments of someone clutching at injuries or in an agonizing moment. And where you are now, you can tell that the statues are immaculately carved, as if the person was perfectly captured and polarized into stone in their final moment. Each chiseled mark perfectly snapshot of that moment. Unfortunately, their faces are not aimed at you. They seem to be aimed towards the middle of the room. So you can't quite see their full appearance, but from the looking at the side of like these ones over here that are looking towards the middle, you do see what appears to be agonizing moments of probably pain and suffering upon their visages. Their bodies are postured in a way as if they're hurt badly. Like they're kind of clutching at injuries like near their abdomen and stuff. There's also like a wave of air that kind of seems to, and pressure that seems to rise in this room. And it's much more evident when you're in the room. And it seems to come from the very center. And you recognize that in the very center, there's like a little, maybe 5 to 8 foot radius hole in the very center of this room. You can't see down the hole from your current vantage point, but there's a hole in the very center of the room. And it seems that that's probably where the air comes from down below, a hole down. There's also a weird moment where, let's say Thor takes a step forward and he hears a weird click on the bottom of his boot, where at the moment, Thorak, you stepped onto this like weird hexagon in the middle, right? And you recognize that it's made of a different substance. The outer portion of the room is like stone, but this inner hexagon, this plate, let's call it, is made of some weird metal. You kind of like lift your axe down closer to it to see what kind of metal it might be. You don't immediately recognize the metal. It kind of looks like steel, but it's like a weird gray. So maybe it's a weird oxidized version of iron or something like that, right? But it feels like the plate is quite heavy. Because you tap it several times, you hear a kind of reverberation as well as a shake. And so you feel like it's probably maybe, half a foot thick plate. You also notice that when you hit that with your heel, and that there's not only the audible noise of your heel from your boot striking it, but there's also the kind of like this weird thrum that goes through the plate, and a very weird acoustic occurs inside this space, seemingly coming from the hole in the very center, where the vibrations you cause the plate make some sort of pitch that mostly is inaudible to you, but under certain circumstances, the pitch rises into a spectrum that you mortal creatures can hear temporarily. It seems that it must be a very low frequency noise. You take a step back off of the plate and let that vibration, which should carry out and the kinetic energy should eventually dissipate. And then you just listen for a bit, and you recognize that even when you're not interacting with the plate, occasionally, as if some random resonance from the ground below vibrating into this plate eventually will produce that frequency as well. It'll arise, a very deep, but normally you couldn't hear it, but eventually it will rise into a space that your guys' ears will pick up, including Doma with his bad perception. He would catch it as well. This room feels very peculiar. It puts all of you on edge the longer you're in this space. Not only is there's these weird statues played around of people in their final moments, right? Somehow they managed to capture that. But now there's just this weird acoustic going on here. The roof is somewhere in the ballpark of 40, 50 feet tall. It's a very tall vaulted roof. It's the tallest vaulted room that ceiling. The ceiling's vaulted, sorry. The ceiling is so highly vaulted that you can barely see it with your light, right? Those with dark vision can kind of see the top up there. And they do see that on the top there is that banister, much in the earlier living space that runs along the top. But so far out of view that's hard to even tell if it's words or just more random picture graphs up there, right? But it's there. But there's a vibe here. It's like a cathedral. It feels like the very frontal, most holy place that you could have in a facility. It reminds you so much so of the Apex back at Veneer, just in darkness and dark colors and weird vibrations. Almost the antithesis of what happens there compared to here, but similar geometry, similar resemblance. Of course, yes, Lumi does not recognize that, but the rest of you would maybe catch that parallel. This place feels sanctamount to whatever it's designed to praise and revere.
Thorak is gonna pick up, what I have, like a copper piece. Can someone put light on this real quick? And then either Baldric or someone would just pass on the light on that, and he'll start tossing the coin up in the air so that we can look at the ceiling, see exactly is there anything written on there.
All right, and Baldric is in your control, so you make Baldric switch off his light. He no longer has it on his staff, but it's on a coin. Throw it up there. There's nothing up on the roof. I'll remind you there's no pillars in this space, so there's not like there's something hiding something. You can clearly see the roof. You can see almost the full dimensions from where you are right now in the room. You can't see the far corners, unfortunately, because the light doesn't get out that far. It's like 60 feet away, right? And it's only a 40-foot bubble of light. But the roof looks like it is perfectly flat all the way across. And it looks like it's made out of stone, and it's perfectly masonry to be that. There is sentience crafted into this. It's not like it was a cave that was converted into a holy area. It was like somehow magic was used to carve or maybe just transport perfect stone to make this space, right? There's also some other interesting things that was not immediately detailed to all of you. I would imagine that you guys maybe would start meandering a little bit to enter into the space, perhaps. I know that your guys' tokens are here, still kind of congregated in the front, but I feel like after Thorak tapping into the space and nothing immediately triggering wrong, I feel like that maybe people would start filtering out just a bit into the room, right?
And the flap goes off.
So there, along the far wall, someone would have to get a little bit closer. I don't know who, but someone would have to get a little bit closer towards the middle to see the far wall. Okay, Thorak, you move in. We're guys gonna have everyone go in. Bam, okay, you're all in. You all agreed to go in, so you're all in. All right, Thorak, along the far wall, you see that there is some sort of rise built into the wall. There's no exit, there's no archway, there's no door. But there's appear to be like maybe a 4-foot raised section. It kind of looks like a shelf, right? You could like put like candles upon, but there doesn't appear to be anything on there. It's about maybe 4 feet deep, so it's a 4-foot rise, and there's a 4-foot deep, like shelf, basically. Solo shelf there. There's also one of these on the far corners over here too. So there seems to be one on the left, one on the right, one on the far end. More peculiar would be, I would need to know where the party moves. So, Roderick, did you want to go more right or did you want to go more left?
This right or that left?
I mean, like left side of the room over here or right side of the room?
More probably keep it on the right side.
All right, let's have you go right. Okay. We'll keep Evelyn in the same space as you to make that easy. So then we'll have Doma, Baldric, and these guys over here on the left. Okay.
Everyone's immediately going into the inner circle.
So let's just have to talk with the left side first. Doma, Lumi, Thorak. You guys see that there's another friend in this room. Not a creature, not a moving thing that's a threat to you. But when I mean friend, I mean another statue. Similar to these like little 5 to 6 foot ones, but not similar because it's dramatically larger in scale. To the far left side of the room, in this like little kind of cubby space, is I think it's about 18 foot tall feminine figure. Unlike the small statues in front of her, down below, This one is a statue of someone that's not racked in pain or suffering. It's a weird statue, the feminine figure here. She's not wearing a large amount of clothing. She has 4 arms. Two extra arms that seem to be coming out of the shoulder blades. And the arms are put into a very serenity, nirvana kind of expression, right? Where 2 are kind of clasped together, the other 2 are kind of like put to the side, as if reaching for enlightenment. The statue stares straight forward, doesn't look down, doesn't look up in elevation. It looks straight forward across the way, as if there's another thing on the opposite side that it's keeping its eyes on. Statue's garb and clothing is very, what would we call it? Dancer-esque, right? Like you would imagine it, if it wasn't made of stone, that the shawls that are comprised it would be like transparent, right? She's not wearing a large amount of clothing, revealing but covering the intimate bits, right? There is something very unusual about this statue, though, besides the 4 arms and the sheer size of it. Clearly, it's depicting what would be an attractive woman. But her face, something's wrong with her face. As you stare up at it, it's just blurry to you. And the harder you stare at the face, the more and more blurry it gets. And it's not like you get a headache, but it feels weird to look at it, and it encourages you to want to look away, as if looking at something that you can't look at, can't discern. It's just blurry for some reason, right? Like those CCRTVs that are trying to protect someone. You can see what should be the rough shape of a woman's face, but you can't make out the details. You just can't. It's not possible for whatever reason. Your brain won't let you. Or maybe your eyes are watering, you're straining. Maybe it's the light environment here. It's just hard to tell. You can't. You also recognize that there are 2 sconces on the left side of the room. One in the corner and one in the corner. I think my geometry is a little wrong here. I think this is actually supposed to be the back here and whatever. Either way. There are sconces in that room. Roderick, Evelyn, and Nicole on their side of the room, they would recognize that there are 2 sconces on this side of the room in those corners, as well as there is also another friend in the room, who happens to be an 18-foot tall humanoid creature. Well, humanoid is wrong? Humanoid shaped is what you would guess. Unlike the woman that's freely exposed into a nirvana-like pose, you see what appears to be a monolithic kind of tear-shaped creature that has a very thin feet, and it kind of gets wider as it gets up towards the shoulder. The reason why you think it's humanoid is that you can clearly see that there are what appear to be shoulders, and there appears to be like a neck and a head at the top of this thing, giving it the human-like silhouette. But the rest of it's just kind of like wrapped down into like almost like a pencil-thin like portion. And as you get closer to it, you to see this at this point, right? With I guess Evelyn's not got good. Well, you guys have dark vision. Either way, you're getting some light from Thorak. You would recognize that this statue is unnerving to look at, because this statue, made of stone, so when they carved it, sculpted this thing, they sculpted this weird bandages wrapped around this silhouette of a humanoid-like creature. That's the reason why you can't tell if it's truly humanoid or not, because there are these like rolls of a cloth, but it's made of stone, but rolls of cloth that have been wrapped around this body of this thing, including its head and its neck, thus only giving you the image, the profile of what would be a human. But it would be a male, because there's not wide hips within thin waist. There isn't a bosom on it, so it's got to be a male underneath these layers and layers of cloth. That is cloth that's actually stone that's supposed to look like cloth. And there's also text on the cloth. There's scrawling. And the scrawling, Roderick, you can read it with your patronage's boon, is sealing runes. Abjuration stuff to keep something sealed away. Wards and protections. Numerous of them. You don't know the dialect. This is a language that seems to be used quite frequently in this place, but there is these wrappings. They're seals. They're sealing something in that space. and what becomes even more evident, which is probably why it's even more unnerving, is that unlike the other statues that are free to express their agony or their nirvana-like revelations, this one, while being wrapped up, which is one concern, this one also has extra adornments on it. There are thick black chains that are wrapped around this thing as if to contain it, to keep it restricted. And there are these 4 hooks in the corners of it that the chains are nailed and pinned down into the ground like pittons. And the chains are taut as if this thing was struggling in its final moments, concealed up under those layers like a mummy, and then chained there before it finally became stone solid. This rough human-like male shape. Once again, at this point in time, you guys hear that vibration that comes from the center of the room. It pitches into your audible sensory perceptions for just the briefest moment, maybe 3-4 seconds. You cast Detect Magic. No magic seems to linger in this room, but there is a higher concentration of ambient magic in this room, much similar to like the Apex. When you go to the Apex, there's this higher density of radiant energy, right? Is what you assume it to be. There does seem to be a higher density of magic that you don't recognize. It doesn't look like it's the 8 schools of magic. It doesn't look like it's divine magic. It looks like a very cold, sterile magic, but there is presence of it. It's the first time you've ever seen it. The color, you're almost certain that color is not an actual color. It's your brain interpreting things, and it makes it a very dark black, maybe blue. It's like your brain trying to rationalize something it's not supposed to rationalize, even with the aid of magic, right? So it's a weird, that's not the real color of this thing, right? The spell's helping me see something that really I shouldn't be able to see. Dark is what you would be seeing out of it. It's a dark, floating globes in the space around you. Got our file present. That's unfortunate without the other one there, it's going to be weird, so let's leave it like this. Okay. Hi, Kyle. Are you present?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Well,
Hi.
I guess we got to catch you up to things. Not a lot has happened. The party has regrouped themselves. They've used healing magic. We have decided as a group to spread the actors of the party to other members, as you're aware. Potato was piloting your character prior to this. You can now take control. So you're back in control of Baldric. I don't think Potato did any resource for you, so you still have everything as you last left it.
You don't have life in your character, and you are full health. That's it.
You are full health. That's correct. Yes, we did do healing. Evelyn and Doma used some healing to get everyone basically topped up, or really close to, and you were topped up. Your light cantrip has been switched to Thorax Axe currently. So, or coin, right? We had it on a coin. We switched it to a coin. So, you guys went forward through the mural. There's a large hallway. At the end of the hallway was a weird hexagonal-shaped room, and that's where we are currently. The hexagonal-shaped room has weird geometry in the middle of it. There's like this metal plate that's several inches thick that makes a weird acoustic vibration. If you interact with it, you can hear a weird pitch, like a deep subwoofer pitch, get into audible perception for a period of time. And even if you don't interact with the plate, if you're just in the room long enough, eventually a resonance from the world around you seems to get into perceptive range. If you put your camera on, I'm gonna have to tweak with cameras.
Do you want it off?
It's probably the preferred method at the moment, mate.
Are you sure?
Okay.
Isn't this whole point like camera show or something that you want to try to get as many people in the cameras as possible?
I'll spawn a new event. And anyone else can keep filling in a Kyle as we normally would. If there's anything other details you'd like to get to him while I'm doing this. Anyone?
Nah.
No.
You haven't finished describing the whole room yet.
I haven't. No, it's slow.
There's a lot to the
In
room.
an hour. You can't possibly finish describing one room in an hour. That's a joke.
This guy.
Oh, it looks like I'm the DM. All right, get that back up in there.
Fixing it.
Give me back
Can
up there.
I have gold?
Does anyone want to talk about the statues, maybe, to a Kyle? Talk about the statues?
The Eldritchian and their construction, even to behold them is a sin to our mortal eyes, and thus our heads cave and churn our minds to dust if we look upon the face of the female for too long. Her vision staring forward, not down at us mortals, nor up at the heavens. Oh.
That's partially
Okay.
true. That is partially true.
Also, the room is filled with people who seem to have been petrified in their last moments of agony. Several small statues.
Good.
I know, right?
But
I love some petrification. Oh
it's
boy.
not given like Medusa
Who wants to just
vibes,
die?
because these people seem to be experiencing different kinds of agony.
Okay. Back to it. So, all right, Kyle, we're in this space here, right? The little black dots represent the statues of 5 foot to 6 foot tall random humanoids. Okay, some are orcs, some are elves, some are human, some are not human. Right? Most of them are human. Okay, and then as Bach described, they look like they were caught in their last moment, maybe petrified, maybe perfectly sculpted to resemble people in their final moments. They're clutching at injuries. It looks like they were like abdomen stab wounds and things like that, and their faces they're all looking towards the middle, and they all have these expressions of like agony, fear, horror, and when depicted. Along the walls, there's a sconce here, there's a sconce here, there's a sconce here, and there's a sconce here in the 4 corners. The sconces are not lit. They're able to produce light if they were lit, but they're currently not lit. They would be able to hold a torch, and a torch could then produce light from those corners. The party has just filtered into this room, and as they split in the room, they split up to some going half left, some going half right. This is where we would get there's 2 giant statues in the room, one being a feminine woman to the left that Bach was talking about, where she has 4 arms, 2 extra arms coming out of her back. They're kind of in like a Nirvana revelation Buddhist kind of, like 2 hands, and then the other's like to the side. Yes, she's wearing very revealing clothing, like a dancer would. Right, it's all made of stone, so she has like shawls and stuff wrapped around her. She would be a pretty person, but her face, you can't. No matter what you do when you look at the face, you cannot discern her actual details on her face. It gets blurry, as if it's like CRTV footage. It just you can't. For some reason, your brain won't let you see the face. It's like it's either that or your eyes are just incapable of it, right? And then she appears to be looking right across the way at a counterpart on the other side, which is more than 60 feet away, so you can't see this. But Roderick, Evelyn, and Nicole would be over here recognizing what she would be looking at is a different 18-foot tall or so statue of what appears to be a human that's been mummified, but the mummified wraps are not separate portions. They're like wrapped to seal a human creature, and the wrapping around them has abjuration runes put onto it to guard, to seal, to ward something beneath the runes is what's implied. And there are also chains on top of the sealed wrappings of this male creature on the opposite side of the room. You assume it's humanoid because there's a head, there's shoulders, but the rest of it's wrapped in the same cloth, so it's kind of like a pencil, basically, down as the more down you go. And those chains that are wrapped around the creature are anchored to 4 points to the side of the statue, giving some kind of foreboding presence that this thing that was here did not want to be here if it was ever alive in the first place. All right, that gave a quick summarization. So the 2 split parties, the 2 factions we have some information on one side and some information on the other side. Is everything alright, Bodrick? You seem to be having a very weird expression upon your face.
Oh, I'm getting the heebie-jeebies, that's for sure. This is not a good room. What's going on with this fellow who's being sarcophagized? And this lady's just
you're on the left side.
jiving over it.
Male's on the right side, that you would have to move to the right side.
Oh,
You know, we do seem to run into a lot of perfectly carved statues.
I'm sort of floating in front of the face of the one that I'm closest to, and I would reach out and sort of touch his nose. No, not the big one, not the big one.
Oh, the small. Okay, sure.
No, I don't want to touch that thing's fucking face. It
All right.
gives me a headache.
Something that's pretty easy to discern here Every statue on the left side of the room is a woman. Every statue on the right side of the room is a male.
Well, everything in between is on the spectrum. I see.
Well, what about these two statues that are right in the middle?
So that's where my art became wrong. I felt like some things were off. This room is actually, the outer portion is actually rotated one more time. So it's actually where the corners should be like this, and then it comes down and goes out. So I did, because I did my art wrong in my little depiction of you guys, that's why everything feels a little wacky. Sorry. So.
Unbelievable.
It's a little wacky and zany, if you ask me. It sounds like you didn't make sure your footing was stable on the branch before you put the next one.
Don't bring up the chameleon part, I swear to God. So it should be like this, and then it comes down, and then like that, and then like that, and then like this.
Oh, it's like opposite hexagons.
It's a big eye.
Oh.
And then, so the little black dots kind of, there should be actually more black dots. That's the problem here. So, one there.
It's a giant
there,
eye.
That makes so much more sense.
And then here. And then, so in the corners is where the sconces would be that are not lit. And then along the wall here is where there's one shelf that I talked to you about, Thorak. There's another shelf over here on the opposite side, about 4 feet up there, like in the wall. And the back portion over here, there's one shelf in that back recess. And then the big woman left, big male right.
Man, right. Also, I don't know if it was mentioned, Baldric, the whole place feels like a temple. Like it's a very, I don't want to say
kind of like
room is like the ceiling's like 40 to 50 feet tall, and the architecture feels like a cathedral. It feels like very reminiscent for you the apex in Veneer, as if a place of reverence, right? Just has that kind of vibe to it.
I throw it a divine sense. Do I get holy feelings, Laris?
Thank you.
Divine sense. There is no fiend. There is no celestial. There is no undead. There is no consecrated ground. There is a slight tinge to desecration. But it's weird because it's not so potent that you go, oh, it's absolute desecration. It's not like when you were dealing with anything from the Hells or the Abyss when you ran into that earlier. It's a different, peculiar kind of desecration. But it is a displeasing notion, which makes you go that there is some sort of desecration that has occurred here.
Somebody talked smack about the god here.
So then Roderick has Detect
feels
Magic.
kind of desecrated.
Right now, Roderick has cast Detect Magic, and Roderick, with his Detect Magic, has deduced that there is a level of mana that he's never seen before, and that is in a high enough abundance, this weird, dark, pigmented mana that doesn't match the 8 schools of magic. It's some kind of unusual magic, similar to the divine magic near the apex, but a dark variation. But he sees that there is a concentration of it here. Maybe not, it's not the same level of concentration that is at the apex. It's nowhere near that level of ambient mana. But there is some of this weird colored mana in this space. And then right now, the pitch of the... Oh, go ahead.
Is there any names or anything like that? Any sort of characters for the big two? Well, I can only see one, the lady right now, right? So is there a name on like her pedestal she's standing on or anything like that?
You are free to move closer to it. You would have to move closer because you don't have dark vision, and the light source that you have is over by Thorak. So unless you call them over to you, you would need to be closer to the statue. Or steal your light back and then
light back.
Thorak, it just goes dark where you're at.
I can't see. I can't see anything at all.
Thorak is gonna throw you the light coin because Thorak has the axe that Roderick cast. Roderick cast light on his axe, and then
Roderick doesn't have.
Sorry, what?
We just set up the torches.
Evelyn did. Okay, still, Thorak's not gonna be in darkness. He tosses you the coin.
Evelyn,
that's light.
Did Evelyn cast it on the coin? I don't.
Yes, no. Baldric cast it on the coin. Evelyn cast it on the axe.
Sure. All right, so Baldric, you have light now.
And a copper coin that Thoric lost now. So you have an extra copper.
Update your characters.
You're bloody
All right,
rich.
so you move up to the base of the statue to read, right? If there's like a, or look for like a. No, there's nothing. There's no base. There's no.
Well, my
the-
detect magic is knowing Roderick would come back to the other side and look over the other statue.
All right, Roderick, you look at the other statue. You, without now, this is unfortunately I don't want no metagaming. You can see the face of this woman. No one else can, but you can. Of course, you think everyone else can see the face, so you don't metagame, but you can see the face of a woman, and it's a pretty woman. Kind of nondescript, doesn't look like anything particular, but it looks like a pretty woman. But you can see the face.
It's very odd that I can't see the.
And then a rock just falls down and smashes him. Oh!
Huh. While looking over a figure, is there any like anything that is written necessarily?
No.
Huh. The other.
I don't see any sort of markings or anything that describes who this person is.
Can't
Is
say
this, does like posturing recognize any sort of religious aspects or something to you, Roderick? And can I roll, see if it like her, like is a religion or something where there's like certain hand symbols or something?
Sure. Roll a religion roll.
Yeah.
Can I help him out?
You can roll your own.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, let's go ahead then.
It's bad to remember.
I was gonna. Would it be anything you've necessarily seen before? In that case.
I mean, you can make a religion roll, sure.
20 religion for Baldric.
Yeah.
I don't want a religion. Bro.
Baldric Rothgar.
3 religion.
A 3 in religion.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you have intelligence plus whatever your religion is, but okay. Or did you roll a 2 and plus 1 to? What did you?
I rolled a 2. Yeah.
That feeble mind is kicking back in.
So what did you get,
Echo's
Baldric?
coming back.
What did you get, Baldric?
20. I got a 20.
Okay. There's
Respectable 20.
There's not any specific religious direct parallelism, but there is a level that is emulated of a higher state, which you just kind of intuitively got anyways, but not anything you could specifically cite. Maybe there would be a specific patron of the outer evils that could be associated, but it's not clicking. You just don't have that kind of expertise.
Should have taken the advantage for myself. Alright.
Is this the final room then, Logic? Is this what we're supposed to be?
Oh! Pull Krista to you and see if she comes this time.
Right already.
When I was in the hallway.
Oh.
Let's give it a try. The unsummon and resummon.
Alright, you try to summon Krista. As you try to manifest that mana into your hand, right? And once again, there's something like repelling you, resisting you. She doesn't come. You could try to force it if you want to. You think you could exert more to force her here, but you can't casually do it.
I put my... Sorry, go ahead. Well, Domo was saying something. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, I was just wondering to myself, sorry.
Okay. Can I put my hand on the wall or the ground and feel there's tremors?
The metal plate. So this weird hexagon here, that is like a metal plate. It's all one massive piece of metal, like cast iron. It's huge in size, right? It's like 5-6 inches thick, right? Put your hand on, there is a vibration to it.
And
Rhythm?
no, not a rhythm that you can tell, but this must be the thing that's providing that pitch that comes into your ear perception range or not. You feel like there's an easy parallel here as you're interacting directly with it. There's this hole in the middle, which I guess maybe wasn't dictated to you. There's a hole maybe about 6 to 8 feet in radius in the very center of the room. And this plate here provides an acoustic. It's like an acoustic guitar. It's providing a vibration. There's some kind of resonance here or something like that. And while most of the time you cannot perceive it, occasionally your mortal ears will catch it. And when you touch it, you do feel vibrations, but not in a pattern that makes sense to you.
Is there a stone or something nearby? A little pebble?
Oh, this space is well cleaned.
This stuff has a bunch of all that on there. It's a relatively weak cable, so it just kind of like connects on reconnects. What? You're fine now.
I think Roderick's talking to someone in IRL.
Ah, okay.
All right. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
It was muffled. I thought you switched your cell phone, so I was like,
yeah, something about you connecting to it and you should be all right or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I know why. Because I have it connected. It switched over from my like the microphone in front of me to the headset when that happened just now.
What do I got that's not worth anything? We liquidated so much of our stuff.
The copper coin you just got?
No, that's money.
All right. Well, Rod would close his eyes and try to feel to see if this is kind of like a similar or familiar to him area.
This is something that you wanted to do, but as you were in the hallway, but you couldn't. But here, close your eyes and then try to remember if this feels similar to you. And it doesn't take long. This is it, Roderick. This is the space. You didn't know what it looked like, but that vibration, the air pressure, the flavor in here, the kind of dampness, the slight cold but not cold. This is where you were brought, tied up, and you were chained to the ground somewhere in this room. You would guess it was probably near the right side of the room, somewhere. And without even opening your eyes, you're just kind of like trying to feel for it. You go, that hole is that hole that I somehow managed to break my bindings from and crawled into and fell into. That's the hole that gave me salvation. There was other people here that were brought with you too, because you remember them suffering and screaming and dying too, right? As they were also probably shanked mercilessly like you were. And then you open your eyes, and as you open your eyes, you can see that in this place, much like the far right statue of the male, near certain points along the metal plate, this like hexagonal pictogram in the middle of the room, there's a couple like little pittons with these like metal hooks in them that you could chain someone to prevent them from being freed, to keep them put into one spot where you could then mercilessly destroy them. You were probably affixed to one of those. You can't quite remember which one. You could guess somewhere probably on the right side of the room. It's your best get. You were blindfolded, but you were affixed to an anchor point, and then people were starting to be killed in this space with you, and somehow you got free. You don't even recall how it happened.
As he's recalling this, he would begin to walk to each one and kind of just touch them.
How far does that
Which
hole
one
go
do you
down?
touch? Which one do you go to and touch first?
He said he basically remembered he'd probably go on the right side, so we'll go to like the rightmost corner one. Like in that area.
All right. Let's get these black. Can we get these black guys out? These little black marbles out of the way, please.
Oh, whoa.
I caught myself.
Can we just remove them?
All right.
I see.
So, let's get you guys back into your relative space. So, Roderick, you said you wanted to go towards the corner here. Evelyn was like roughly around here. The call was kind of around here, I think. Domo was roughly there. Baldrick, you were by the big statue. Lumi, you were down by this statue of a woman, and Thorak, you were over here. Okay, so which of these did you want to touch, Roderick? Not the statue, but the anchor point near it. Till you move her back. Come on, you've already made your decision. You said you were gonna do it, and she was back over. She was there when you.
No. But I mean, it's like, you know, she. Like...
So this one. All right.
Yes.
As you do, as you touch that anchor, just kind of, is this the one you were attached for? There's no immediate change in your environment. There's no immediate memory that comes into you. It's probably not the right one. But there is a stimuli change that everyone feels inside the room. It's a massive, like, suctioning, as if there's like a vacuum from the hole in the center of the room, kind of pulls your hair and rustles your clothing, kind of pulling you towards the middle. It's not long, it's not a huge suction that's actually going to gravitate you and yank you into the very middle, but a part of you is yanked, just surprised by this force of like an inhale or something that pulled you in that direction just temporarily. So an inch or so of you's moved in that direction. And then you notice it on the far northern side of the room, approximately right here. A swirling amount of white light that's illuminating, a dim light at first, which catches your attention, all of your attention. So it's pretty close to you, Thorak, but not immediately on you. Like star-like particles begin to spin and helix around themselves, and as they move up, this is about 5 feet in the air, as these particles are starting to appear, they begin to take the shape of a woman, a partially transparent, translucent woman, wearing what appears to be like a cloth gown or dress, but there's like these tear marks in the dress of this woman. She's about 5 feet 8 inches tall. She has long hair. Her feet, while visible, her lower garments of her dress or gown or whatever it was are torn as if she was running for a long time and tripping and stuff like that. You can also see that along her abdomen, there are torn portions of the dress as if she was shanked in the ribs numerous times. And Rajik, it kind of almost gives you a phantom pain to where your scars would be when that happened to you. This woman, this translucent woman ahead of you, she is bound in spectral chains. Her hands are kind of pinned to her chest in such a manner where she can't move. There's several links that are running around her torso, preventing her from moving her arms left or right. They're not only they have wrists bound together, but her arms are pinned to her chest, basically. And then the chains, almost like a separate dress, coil around her a bit, and then they kind of fray off near where the knees are and make what gives this weird kind of almost Victorian-esque like skeletal net that kind of floats beneath her. And as she appears in this space, as the full star-like dust particles become her, she's staring up towards the ceiling. And it doesn't look like she's aware of you when she apparates into existence. It looks like she's dreaming because there's like these twitching in her eyes, but her eyelids are open. Her eyes are just rolled really deep into her head, and there's kind of like this twitching to her face a little bit, like she's experiencing a nightmare or something like that. And there's also another weird peculiarness. Across the neck, there is a massive gash, 3 inches deep or so. Literally, you can see the neck kind of peeling back a bit. And yes, this would be right across vitals. And this woman has apparated into this space with all of you. As she apparates into the space with all of you, there's suddenly the air sucking stops and the pressure normalizes in the room. And then her face stops, and her eyes kind of roll down, and she looks at all of you. And as she kind of glances across, you see her lips move, but no noise comes out of her lips. She says something to all of you, something that you can't understand.
A call can read lips.
Call can
Oh,
read
true.
lips. So a call mutters to those nearby him. He's not saying it very loudly, but he orates what she's saying. More of you. Please just let it end. And then suddenly, the chains that are wrapped around her yank her to her right, to your left, and you see her flying at ridiculous speed, being pulled, what looks like against her will, towards something. I need all of you to roll initiative.
God.
Is initiative disadvantage if you're exhausted?
It is. It's a skill check. So everyone has disadvantage on the initiative roll.
I put myself on the board. Baldric rolled a 9.
Don't forget disadvantage.
I did it with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because it was an 8 and an 18. So 8 plus 1, 9.
Oh, come on. Kyle rolls a nat 1 and still has a better score than Thorak.
Wow.
Roll a dex scare next time.
So where? Oh, I didn't make a copy of her. That's why. Okay. Not very high, but apparently higher than the disadvantage sucks. Okay. So she is yanked, and before you guys can even, like, within that section, when you recognize bad things are about to happen, she is yanked all the way to the feminine statue, and it seems the feminine statue absorbs her. And as it absorbs her, I think it's this one, right? Yes. The statue's limbs and fingers kind of condense in on itself, and it begins to animate. And this 18-foot tall silhouette of a female begins to move. And I hope you guys noticed the detail I did to blur the face. Because you can't see
I did notice it.
Roger can see it, but the rest of you can't. Anywho, so she animates, and you recognize that this is a threat to you all. This is a massive entity. Definitely has the means to kill people. Roderick, you are the first to have any opportunity to do anything.
All right. Guess I'll throw out a question before anything. Is it possible that you will leave us alone?
Yeah, right.
You would have to wait to our turn for her to do anything.
You know, fair question. Fair question.
Within the 6-second window of your turn, those split seconds, there is no immediate response. But she's currently as if the statue's still awakening right now, right? It's like it's starting to move up and it's starting to climb in height as you see the arms starting to be pulled back, as it's starting to take steps towards, presumably, interlopers.
Okay, I'll hold an action for Eldritch Blast.
Okay, if she attacks, you'll Eldritch Blast her with your reaction. Okay. Anywhere to move?
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, because he can't move that far. And that is all for his turn.
Alright. It is now her turn. The cursed sacrifice of contradiction. She pilots her mech, tapping a step forward and just obliterates the statue. Her foot crushes it, and there's just debris and dust sprays out into the room, and some of it skitters across the iron plate, this iron plate in the middle, and you hear vibrations in the room as what once was probably a living creature solidified to stone, or maybe just a depiction of it, has been obliterated. As then she takes a step forward, and then with her massive arms, so we're just going to get this out of here because this is dead. With her massive arms, forearms lift up, and they come swinging down towards Thorak.
Alrighty.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Thorak, that's literally what your character says as you're like turning. Oh shit! I follow the
The statue becomes a depiction of minced meat as she approaches Thorak.
All right, so the Contradiction's Right of Protection will make 2 slam attacks against you.
Disadvantage. This is
I
close.
know.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that. Hold on. I wanted him to be so happy with his roll, so I could tell him disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
So, with that in mind, Thor, you do luck out. 1 attack misses. The second attack does hit. It would have been a crit on the second attack, but it doesn't become a crit because the disadvantage was still applied to it. But it surely is a hit with a 24, right?
Do I want to mess with him? Yeah, no, it's a hit.
Okay. So you will take damage from her. She will do her damage.
Like 10 is fine.
Alright, once you do the damage, I will throw you the stuff your way.
Take 19 bludgeoning damage from the strike.
Gosh, what do I have?
And that is her turn.
Eldritch Blast coming.
You are
Does
free
a-
Yep, you can do
Does
reaction.
a 12 hit?
A 12? A 12.
Yes.
No, a
Yes.
12 does not hit.
Alright. Then does a 26 or a 28 hit?
26 and 28 do hit, yes. But a 12 does not.
Hey, I gotta ask. If as low as 12, I'll take
Yeah, it definitely isn't. This giant stone woman probably has higher AC than 12.
Well, she is easy to hit.
Alright, so there's 19 force damage on it.
Alright, 19 force damage. Okay.
And let's do I still have that stuff? Hold on, let me double check here. Yeah. Repelling blast there.
Alright.
So can we get that strength save, which is probably gonna pass.
A natural 16, yes, that's a pass.
No, spell save is 17.
A natural 16 without adding stuff.
Oh shit.
And then a
yeah,
natural
yeah.
19 also is definitely gonna pass. It's a giant stone stat. It's probably not. Alright, so yes, that ends her turn. Lumi, you're up.
Lumi! Did you grab the plant?
Let me commune with nature and see what nature thinks about this situation. Okay.
Probably tells you fight.
I'm going to slam my staff down and activate the sun drake form, which is a combination of casting sunbeam and activating my shape change, but into stars dragon.
Okay.
And then I will move here as to not hit anyone else. Actually, I'll move here. Does the statue have an attack of opportunity against me?
What was your distance? Where were you previously?
I was right behind Baldric.
So you were right here.
Yeah, I've moved 10 feet.
Okay, so you were within 15 and you never got within 10 feet. Watch for your range. Nope, there doesn't seem to be an opportunity attack against you. Either you're still in range or...
I meant this statue, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That one? No, that doesn't attack you.
Okay, I'm gonna need her to make a con saving throw as I blast a beam of light. If she's undead, she has disadvantage, but I think this might be a construct right now.
Kinda undead.
It looks like she fails. She'll burn a legendary resist to pass.
Okay, that's it does take half damage still, of 68. But it won't be blinded, which is, probably good for it. So it's gonna take half of 30 radiant damage as I fire a beam of light from my hands, the drake's mouth opening up.
So 15, okay. Alright.
Yeah.
Anything else your turn?
Oh wow. That thing is still... I don't even know if I hit it. No, that's it.
If your turn ends, legendary action is used, and then one of the other arms comes slamming down on Thorak.
Oh, he has legendary slams.
Thorak, that is a 21 to hit you.
21 to hit me. Let me see. Local displacement is off, right? Because I got hit once?
Yep.
Okay, I'll take it. 21 hits.
take 24 bludgeoning damage.
Nothing. I can take it.
All right, and now it is Baldric's turn.
Oh man. It's probably resistant to bludgeoning because it's made of stone.
Or
it's a
Or might
ghost.
be vulnerable to bludgeoning.
It's vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. Oh,
It's a fucking hammer hitting a stone, right?
What the hell? All right. This is stupid. All
Or
right.
there's this flashing
She pulverized one of the statues, right? There's a bunch of little rocks all around me, right?
Oh no!
Right. We're gonna animate objects and summon 10 rock guys.
Do you have your normal ones that you have your station that you could just populate the space?
Oh yeah, I got the dice.
You
I
can
don't
put
think
them
you
in
gave.
later, but they attack when.
Oh yeah. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's making a bunch more. Whoops. Uh-oh. I didn't realize those were spawning tokens. Supposed to get 10? Is that what I'm supposed to get?
Yeah, you have 10. Yeah, it is 10.
Holy guacamole. All right, how many do I have? Okay, this is a
You have
4.
10. You have 10 there. That's 10.
No, these guys spawn new ones, don't they?
No,
Okay.
that's 10.
Never mind. They were stacked on each other. Okay, great. All right. Little salt and pepper all over her. All right, and then get them all. Get them all. Just get in there, boys. All right.
Everyone, get in here.
So I guess how did we want to do this last time? You wanted me to roll initiative for all of them, roll 1 initiative, and they're on my, or they fall after my turn.
Double check how this works. So life range, large targets, as a bonus action, mentally command any creature you made with the spell. If the creature is in 500 feet of you, if you control multiple, you can command any or all of them at the same time, issuing the same command to each one. So you could issue one command they all would receive, but you can't issue individual commands to them, apparently.
Yeah, I get that.
You decide what action the creatures will take and when to move on the next turn, or you can issue a general command, blah, 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 give it.
Did you want me to roll an initiative for them? That's what I'm asking right now.
I think they do have initiative.
I think they do.
Yeah.
Is it worth it though?
Animated object is a construct of AC and dexterity determined by its size. So it's the size determining the deck. It's an 18 dex for tinies.
Yeah, so it's +4.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just roll. Go ahead and roll for them for now.
All right. They get 15.
Okay, so then we'll just get you a copy one over here, and then that's the woman. Rocks at 15. Okay, they'll go when it before.
They're not exhausted, so they don't want disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Do you issue a command with your bonus action?
Protect the party. I'll do the same thing I did last time.
Oh yeah, protect the party. This is going to dance there then.
You piece of shit! Don't do that.
All right. Do you have anything else in your turn?
Boy, she didn't take a swing at Lumi. Can I risk it? Wow, move away 1.
Opportunity attack against you.
Damn it!
Natural 18. It's definitely hitting.
Oh shit.
24 bludgeoning damage is done to you.
Okay, hold on. That's 53, then minus 20, so 33.
That was a bad
All right.
hit. Oh, you can move
and
anywhere you
then,
want.
don't worry, I distracted her. 2, 3. Oh boy!
You felt like a tendon kind of stretch when it struck you. One of the arms just.
I need a doctor. I'm a doctor. Oh. All right.
Okay, your turn ends. Evelyn, that's under
most.
Petite's turn. Petite's control.
Fudge, guys. All right. Shit.
Don't worry about that.
5 and 15. She's exhaustion 1. All right. I don't like the spells. All right. How high is the ceiling?
It's like 50 feet up.
50 feet up. All right. So we're gonna do what is it? 20 feet, 25 feet. Basically, how big is this actually?
That creature is
it
like
going
18
to the
feet, 18 feet tall. So it's sizably above you guys. You could fireball up there and not hit your party.
Absolutely, because that's what we're gonna do.
Alright.
That's the aim here.
So fireball, what level fireball?
We'll keep it at the 3rd level there.
All right. Go ahead and just to remind you, Evelyn's going to heal 3 HP because it's going to hurt a creature, so she'll heal 3 hit points.
Yep.
Lose the 3rd level spell slot. Roll your 8d6. Okay.
Don't forget you got meta magic.
All right, so that is a 16 minus 1, so it's a 15, but fails.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Do we have any really bad ones? A 34. That's
pretty decent. I
plus,
mean, there's only the 2 is the outlier, and I don't know if sorcery points.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that as it is. But we also need to add in that
5 extra.
What is it? 5 extra, so 39.
39 for a fireball.
Yes.
That's pretty good. All right.
All right, and while we're doing that, we'll also.
So as the fireball explosion strikes above, and the statue is kind of like another strike is about to come down onto Thorak, and that strike is blown off the side from the shockwave of it, making it strike in the ground and miss you, Thorak, right? But you recognize what should have been a true and solid hit. Seems like the statue has resistance to fire damage, so it wasn't.
Not Avalon.
Oh, you're
Not
right.
Avalon.
Yes, you can punch through it. Shit. All right, 39. All right, that and then. Okay, the statue has a bunch of portions breaking off. In fact, the arm that
roll any one. Was there any ones on those dice? Because they would become 2s from her feet too.
No, she had a 2. 2 was lowest.
No. Yeah.
So the arm that was going to hit you, Thorak, that arm actually was blown straight off. The statue appears to be bloodied. You guys have done enough damage. 39 damage, dude.
All right, real quick. Who looks worse off percentage-wise, Baldric or Thorak?
Huh? Percentage-wise, who looks worse off? Well, oh gosh. Let me get a calculator.
No. Baldric is near half, and Thorak is probably 2/3 right now.
A little bit above bloody.
All right, so we'll wait. Say what you say?
Oh, it's way above half.
Way above half. Okay. She will cast Cure Wounds.
She can't. She casts Fireball.
Can't.
Oh yeah. Shoot, I forgot. It's not a cantrip. Dang. Cantrips. Lovely. Wait.
She couldn't cast.
Which ones?
She would need a bonus action. She casts Fireball. It's her action. She need a bonus action.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wait. I'm trying to see what the chip. No, not Quicken.
She does not have Quicken. No.
Shoot. All right.
Even if she did have Quicken, she couldn't Quicken a heal at the same turn. She could Quicken a big heal and then a cantrip as an action, unfortunately. But
okay.
All right,
Fireball.
So I forgot to take the legendary action after Baldric's turn, so I am going to take 2 legendary actions here in a row. One at the end of Baldric's turn and one at the end.
No. You missed your chance. No.
Yeah.
No, you gotta know your features. Know how to play your monster.
I seem to remember missing my second attack at one point.
Yeah.
She is attacking Thorak.
She's racist. She really doesn't like us.
God, she's racist.
What did the ghost say? What did the ghost say when she was?
It's a 14 to hit Thorak, so that doesn't hit.
I think she said another fucking orc.
And the her last legendary action, the 3rd attack against Thorak now. That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, I'll let it hit.
Oh my god.
It's shielded.
Okay, that's a very good one to let you hit. Actually,
maybe I do.
It's almost as low as it can be. It is only 10 bludgeoning damage. It literally two of the dice were as low as they could be, and one of them was almost as low. So 10 damage.
Nice.
I saved a spell slot. He's like clutching at his.
Yeah.
All right,
it.
that covers.
Over here.
All right, so then now it is Doma Zarte's turn.
Whoa! I'm up. I'm swinging at it.
All right, you have to get closer to it.
All right, I move closer to it.
All right, I'll just move you here then.
That works.
Be happy you're not an orc.
Oh yeah, my rocks are flowing up around like the they're not.
Anyway,
like,
I rolled a
around.
3, so I'm gonna lucky it.
Okay.
That's a 12 plus 9 to hit, so
21. 21 does hit.
Yeah.
Does hit.
Nice. Okay, I'm just gonna randomly whack it with my sword and my improved smite.
All right.
Because I am down on my things. That's 9 damage. 7 from sword, 2 from smite.
So yeah, I do need the differences. So it's a 2 radiant damage, right? Which does seem to do true damage. It does seem to do with amount. And then how much slashing?
7.
7.
Oh wait.
Did you do this advantage because you're exhausted?
12.
No, he hasn't had disadvantage on his attack rolls.
Oh, okay.
It's only second level. He's half
Actually-
his move speed.
It's 12 damage from the sword, my bad.
12. Okay, it seems like she has resistance to slashing damage, even from a magical weapon.
Yeah, even from my wild, rapid wolf sword.
Yep, it seems like even magical weapons, physical trauma seems to be resilient to it.
That's a 19 to hit.
A 19 just hits.
Nice. Okay.
Nice hamburger.
Nice hamburger. That's 10 sword damage, 2 smite again.
All right. The statue is still alive. All right. So.
Love hamburger country.
Anything else in your turn?
No.
You. Baldric took that reaction hit, and no one's using it. So. All right. A call.
We didn't know if she actually had reach. We now know that she's got reach. So.
A call.
I am a call and I will break your boots. He says as he charges in. So he's half movement because he has 2 exhaustion, but he is the axie, so he'll use the sprint.
I don't think he needs that, actually.
He does. I looked at it. He has 50 movement. I'll move this rock
Which
out of
means
the
he
way.
has 25 movement without it.
Yeah, so 5, 10. Oh, it's not 10. Oh, you're right. 5, 10, 15, 20. Jesus Christ! What the fuck?
Monks are fast.
Fuck, boy. Alright, he's gonna start off with some
half move speed. He's as fast as a dwarf or a gnome.
Literally. Okay, he's gonna multi-attack with the fucking, what's it called?
Clove
Render.
Okay, so make your 2 attacks with Clove Render.
So 24 on both of them, a disadvantage. No, not disadvantage.
There's no disadvantage, just flat rolls, yeah.
Okay, this and then that. The Clove Render does an extra d6, right?
Yes, it would do an extra if it was night, but it's not.
It's night or darkness. Is it dark?
No, you guys have light cantrips in your biome.
Ooh. Alright, so first hit. This plus 7, so that's going to be 14.
Alright, now I do need the differences because the damage thresholds do matter. So, actually, it's necrotic damage, right?
3 necrotic damage.
Yeah, apparently this thing is resistant to necrotic and normal bludgeoning damage, so his punches or slashes won't cut through it. So yeah, you can tell. You can combine
his key.
Nope.
His special key.
Nope, he's using the dagger anyways. So, but physical damage seems to be resistant, true resistant, regardless of the source. So yeah, you can just give me the total on his attacks then. So what was the total on the necrotic and the bludgeoning or slashing? I mean piercing.
Rolled again. I forgot what it was. Okay, well this is the second roll. So this is 19 on the second.
That hits. Just hits.
No, that's damage.
19 damage on 1 hit?
Yes! A 6 and a 12 plus 7.
Plus 7.
Sorry, a 6 and a 6 plus 7. So that's 1 hit. The second one, How's
he have a plus 7 to damage? He should only have a
plus 2 Clove Render? No?
The Clove Render does not give a plus 2. It's only a plus 1, isn't it?
It says plus 2 here. Magic weapon plus 2.
Let me double check the item real fast.
There's dice.
I'll I don't think it was that powerful, was it? Was it really that powerful? Rustic Meadows. I gotta go all the way back here. 1 second, sorry. Where's the stupid...
We're at level 11. It's about time we get +2 weapons.
Shut up.
You shut up.
Alright, yeah, Bajnakash Baswan. Okay, Bajnakash Baswan. Clove Render, where are you?
This guy always complains about how...
Oh no, it is a
stingy I am
+2 to
with
attack advantage rolls. Holy shit, okay. You get it, yes. Wow. Dang, I gave you guys something good. Shit. Alright, no complaining. I don't want to hear it. You have a good weapon.
Okay, so that's the first attack. Can I just re-roll the damage on the second? Because I fucking forgot what it
Oh, the
was.
first? Yes. I'm not happy about it, but okay, so 19 cut in half. So it's 9. Okay.
There you go. It's not the best roll. And then a 16.
16 damage. Okay. Sure. So before he can even take the remainder of his actions, the statue falls apart. And it falls apart in a very unfavorable manner. It collapses towards Thoric's position. Thoric,
I'm sure it does.
A little bit of extra spite.
It's okay, you'll get to make a
You
dex-
recognize the statue kind of crumbles, and almost as if it's intentionally, it twists itself in a way to try to land on you.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Alright, what do I need to do?
Dex saving throw.
Of course I do.
Of course.
His -2's in dex.
5, 10, 15.
That's, that or this?
It's not disadvantage, it's a saving throw. You
Yeah.
don't have, it's just flat.
Oh, the first one was a 3 -2, so that's an unnatural one.
Alright, yeah, you get
Almost
hit.
range.
Alright.
Well, I could wheel you, but I don't think a wheel's gonna help your one.
Well, just... Alright, so Thork is going to start running into direction and then realize, oh shit, it's going towards me, and turn the opposite way, but it's too late.
Wait. What is
It's
Doma's
like,
aura's range?
it's like those lumberjack videos where they're like, oh, don't do it.
I don't know if his aura is gonna help with a 1.
It won't. I got a 1.
This is like DC 15, bro.
Take 22 bludgeoning damage. And,
It's 10 feet.
Yeah, take 22 bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone. As a bunch of rubble falls down on top of you, and you manage to kind of like start pulling it off yourself. You're just prone, but
Quick, get the little rocks to dig them out.
All right. So at that point, there is no threat remaining unless a call wants to do something else with his bonus action or movement. It seems like everything's dealt with.
Wake up the other statue.
Yeah, that's it. He's full health. He's good.
All right. At the end of his turn, a spectral person reappears back towards the very middle of the room. Very similar to like it was before. As she apparates, there's a brief moment where she's looking towards the roof before then she looks at all of you. And then she just makes out a scream. She doesn't make noise with her voice, but you hear it in your head. A lamenting wail, as if it was her final moment when she was killed. That all the agony is impacted onto your heads right now. I need everyone.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Wait, what is this?
What do you mean, what is this? I'm describing it to you. What are you interrupting me?
He's wondering if this is a spell he can counter, but this seems like a feature.
It is not magic. It's not magic. No counter spell.
It's a banshee whale.
That's perfectly natural.
So in your head, you hear a feminine voice, probably what her voice used to sound like, scream in agony, and I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
+5 to those within 10 feet of me.
What about my rocks?
Your rocks have stats, right? They're creatures, right?
Not wisdom stat. They have a strength and a dex. ACHB.
Are they immune to conditions?
Uh-oh. Crap, I gotta read this big ass thing?
Yeah, you
Oh,
do.
man.
Alright, wisdom saving, right?
When a spell
Its
says
wisdom is 3. Their wisdom is 3, Kyle. They have a super bad negative to wisdom.
when a spell
It says
says
it in the paragraph below them.
oh, never mind. I'm gonna fucking.
It's
And wisdom are 3 and charisma's 1. Okay. Alright, so they get a minus 4? Versus minus 3.
Yeah, and I don't. From a quick glance, it doesn't look like they're immune to certain conditions. So yes, you'd have to roll 10.
Oh shit! All
And
right.
if they fail,
really
if they
biting me in the
fail-
ass now, and they're resistant to bludgeoning. Ah shit! All right.
Math.
My save first. I rolled a 19 and plus what else? Shit.
Okay, I put it in the chat. So 14 for Roderick and 12 for Evelyn.
Okay, 14 to
19
Roderick,
plus
12 for Evelyn. Okay.
27 wisdom save for Baldric.
Okay, Baldric, you pass with a 27. What was the for Evelyn and Roderick?
14 Roderick, 12 Evelyn.
You both failed.
Minus 3. Gosh, okay, so I got a 10. I got a 13.
All right, I'll just tell you, Kyle, it's a 15 DC. So anyone that's under 15, okay?
Okay, that's
you
6 that are under.
Lie. You wouldn't cheat me.
That's 8.
Okay, let's see. For narration
One
experience,
survived.
A call got a 16, so a call passes. I guess Thoric has a 3, so he fails. Doma, what did you get?
Some ridiculous number. 26.
26, right? You pass.
Sheesh.
All right, so it's a 15 or higher would have been a pass. Everyone that got below that, you are under the fear condition for the next minute.
Okay. One of my rocks has got the courageous heart of a lion.
Yes!
Go ahead and color that rock a slightly different color, I guess, or color the other ones a different color if you could, just to pick.
Can we get the
There's a
Owen
rock
speech?
more brave than Thorak.
While frightened,
Speech from Attack on Titan.
While
but,
frightened
instead
in
of
this
just
way, just this way. While frightened in this way, the creature must take the dash action and move away from the cursed sacrifice by the safest available route at the start of each of its turns, unless there's nowhere to move. In which case, the creature also becomes stunned until it can move again. A frightened target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending its effect on itself on a success. If the target's saving throw is successful, or the effect ends for it, the target is immune to any curse sacrificing lamenting wail for the next 24 hours. So, with that in mind, yes. Now, Sodoma, let you know.
Yeah, I was asking to see if it was a charm.
Within 10
not a
feet of
charm,
me,
it's a-
there's an aura.
It's a
of
frightened
forge.
condition. But
Oh yeah, I get the aura because my rocks are next to Doma.
only the ones within 10 feet of him.
Yeah, but that's some of them.
Yeah, you're right. So,
5. I had some there. So this
all right,
this
so yeah,
guy,
anything within 10 feet of Doma is automatically immune to this. Thorak, you're just out of range, but you did pass. Okay. So yeah, looks like my cat. So everyone
Thorak
else.
did not pass. Thorak failed.
Oh yes, 3. Okay, so you're currently feared. Okay, and you have to use your action to run away. So now then, Thorak, it's your turn. Now you're not afraid. You're not afraid of the statue. You're prone. You're afraid of her. Is what you are afraid of.
He gets up and moves here into Doma's area.
Before you do that, I need to narrate one more thing. When she makes that nail, as you're going, as you're getting up, you start to see the other statues begin to animate and move.
Of course they do.
Yes, forgot to mention.
All right.
All right, so yes, now go ahead and take your turn. Now you're not afraid of those; you're just afraid of her. So you have to run from her, please.
So if Thorak steps into the range of air aura of courage, does that cancel out the frightened effect?
It would, yes, as soon as you take a step within the aura. So you have to run away from her.
Aura of courage.
You have to away from her. Away from her. Let's keep that in mind.
Yeah, well, look, that one step brings him into the aura.
Damn it. Alright, you lost half your movement to get up, and you use 5 feet, you have 10 feet remaining.
Now walk back.
Wait, isn't it?
Doma's just looking at you running away.
Thorak have 2 levels of exhaustion or 1?
1.
Okay.
It says 1 here. I'm pretty sure it is. Correct. Anyways. Alright, so
Thorak has
now
1.
I have my turn. Do I have my action and bonus action still?
While frightened this way, the creature must take the dash action and move away. So the dash action is triggered immediately.
Oh God! Okay, fine.
Basically, your character is so afraid you're sprinting immediately. It's not like you run normal and then you sprint. You are sprinting immediately. So.
All right. So and then I enter this area, which means I have a bonus action. I got a second wind, which is going to give me my level plus a D10 healing. Right.
Okay.
Thorak is gonna heal 17.
Oh god, they rolled terribly. God, they're punishing. Oh, well, that's really good for them. Because it's a natural 7 -3. So that's 4. Yes. They fucked my attacks.
And he's gonna move right back in here. And he's gonna kick over a statue.
Wait, did I?
No, he's gonna.
Kill one of them? Where did I get that guy? Alright, let's just copy him. Okay.
Fuck it. Thor's gonna action surge. I want my action. I have action. Easy.
You action surge against the chaotic curse.
What?
Yeah.
You action surge against the water creature. I just listened to the episode. You don't have action surge.
Oh, you're right.
There has not been a short rest since then. So
I did not keep track of things properly. Then you're completely right, though. Never mind. I do not have action surge. Do I have second wind though? That's the question.
I'll let you keep it. That's fine. I think you did.
Okay. I did use it?
No, I think you have it available. Okay. So you rush back into the fray. All right, that covers that. And then now it's the creatures' turns, the statues. The 2 women come in and flank you. All right, what the hell is their movement again?
And for just this fight, we're adding the flanking rule.
Yeah, I guess here. Yeah,
Of course they are.
you're the closest. That's the thing. All right, this one will dash. This one is slightly different equipped than everyone else. You recognize that this one is not wearing like the common clothing that the vast majority of the other people look like. This one actually looks like it's a guard. He was wearing chainmail, and the chainmail was punctured, and there was injury through the chainmail of this guard. All right, so he dashes, but he can't actually attack. Okay. Well, everyone else gets to actually use their turn. So, Thorak, there'll be 3 attacks against you. I have to do them all with disadvantage until maybe 1 hits. Alright, so natural 10 is definitely not hitting you. Alright, the second attack. Well, natural 1's not hitting you, so the third attack has to be on disadvantage now, too. Well, that's better. It's not going to be enough. There's no way. What's the bonus? Well, that's decent, but it's only a 16, so it doesn't hit you. So 3 attacks, you just managed to avoid all of them. This one can't. Lumi 1 against you. That is a 16 to hit you, Lumi.
Does that hit Lumi?
Oh, that misses me. Sorry, I was muted.
Okay. And then we will have an attack against Baldric. Natural 20. Baldric, you are going to need to make a Constitution saving throw.
I think it's a 12.
Okay, 12. All right, so you will take 12 slashing damage, and you feel your body starting to kind of slow down. And
feel my body slow down?
Your body's starting to slow down, but you manage to shrug it off.
Oh boy.
All right, Evelyn. Damn. 2 attacks against Roderick, 1 against Evelyn. Evelyn's got a 16 to hit her.
Does she have
Got a
shield?
16. We'll shield that.
Okay, so then it doesn't hit her. And then Roderick, you have a 13 and a 21 to hit you.
We will ward that 21. Please roll one more time for disadvantage.
When is Entropic Ward reset?
Short rest.
Short rest? Okay, I will allow it then. I'll use the flat rolls here. So that 16 became the 21 became the 13. So does the 13 hit you?
No.
All right, and then the other, because you would have to declare that disadvantage before I rolled, right? Okay, and so then an 8. So I guess nothing hits you. All right. So wait, nothing hit Evelyn, nothing hit Roger. Shit. I didn't land any of those attacks. Oh no! All right, at the end of initiative, before Roderick's turn begins, the woman mouths something and is yanked back to the other statue. And this statue, you see it, this bound humanoid-like creature, the chains taut, and you guys recognize there's not a large amount of time before that thing is going to be free and enters into the fray. So, Roderick, you're up.
Okay. So what do you say about this? Does he technically still have the sphere condition?
Yes, absolutely. You must run away from the creature.
So, and it's that one, right?
Yes, the ghost is in this one.
Okay, alright. You have to dash too, right?
You have to dash. At the start of your turn, you're dashing.
5, 10, 15.
And there will be 3 up attacks
25.
against you. A
30.
9 misses you, and a 13 misses you, right? And an 11 misses you, right?
Correct.
So all of them miss.
Shit. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Did not roll well.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Alright, oh, I'm free to still cast stuff, so I will cast, let me make sure that this is good here, because the option
You don't have your
needs to
action
cast
anymore,
Far Step.
so it'd have to be a...
It's a bonus action.
You could bonus action.
Far Step.
Correct. Yes.
Alright, so, we'll Far Step, and he will jump to this area. We'll go right here. And that would be all. Wait, at the end of it, was at my turn. They say I'm supposed to do a.
You couldn't move
another
back.
save?
You can't move back closer to her, FYI. Even with Far Step, you are terrified of this. So wherever you ended your movement from your dash.
Where was that?
I don't know where it is.
So like,
I just want to make sure you're aware.
right here.
With Far Step, you can't Far Step back towards her. You must stay a distance further away from her than you are. The safest route away from her. You're terrified of her and you want to preserve yourself. You're clean. You couldn't suddenly go, let me magic back closer, right?
Alright, so I'll be right there, and
I'm going to use, since you're about to roll a saving throw, one of my wheels on you. So you get to add a d6 to it.
Okay. Alright.
Thank you, so we'll end the turn and we'll roll.
Add a d6 to your roll. Natural 1. Still, you're a warlock. Add a d6. Add a d6. Maybe it's a 6. It's a 7. And then
do you have Bracelet of Visions too?
Nah, I used that already.
Yeah, he used it in the library fight against one of the candle operas.
Ooh. 2, 3.
3 plus your wisdom save. It's not enough.
It's not enough, no.
You are still afraid. Okay. Alright. And then it's the Rock's turn, who we're told to protect. So they will attack things that are threatening to them.
Well, most of them have to use their movement to run away, right? Because they are feared.
So all the green ones will flee. You can make those. The red ones are the ones that are active.
The red ones are the ones that are near Doma, and one that I chose was to pass was going to be near Doma anyway. So I just those are the ones that passed.
Okay, so
all
then
these guys run
we'll
away.
have these guys float around. These 3 will all swarm against the soldier guy then.
All right. Oh, isn't there 4 red?
I see 3
like
red. There's 3
1,
there.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing there's 4 red.
7, 8, 9.
One must be on the another one. I'm missing one of my guys.
Okay, well, if there's a 4th red, we'll just make another one here. I don't know where he is. We'll actually have that. I guess he might. Yeah, no, he's probably.
There were two like on near Doma. Because like a Thor moved and he moved.
I did split that one up. But anyways, okay, so there's 4 here. You can make 4 attacks for your guys. I think they're plus 8 to hit, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, plus 8 to hit, 1d4 damage plus 4.
18. That's gonna hit. 3 is not gonna hit. That's
AC.
1 hit. 1. 18 plus the 8.
18. And 18. Oh yeah, yes, that will hit.
Okay, thank you.
But yes, even an 18 would hit too, actually.
Then there's a 17, and then an 11
17
plus
just
the 8,
hits.
19. So 19 and higher. So there's 17 was natural, not 17 as well. So 3 hits, 1 miss, and so that's 3d4. That's 6, and then what's their plus again to damage?
Well, a 4 plus 4.
Okay, so 6 plus an additional 3 times 4 would be 12. So 6 plus 12 to 18.
Okay. Which number is that?
They're attacking this guy right here, right?
Yeah. Which number is it?
Oh, he's 7. He's 7.
Thank you. All right. So that was.
He's your knight. Your soldier.
How much damage did you say again? It was 18.
18.
Yes. Okay. Which is the one I killed earlier? Shoot. I don't know.
You killed a
girl. I killed a girl. Oh, it's over here. Number 3. Okay,
Yeah.
3's dead. I didn't actually mark it. All right, cool. It is badly damaged. Portions of the face, the nose have been blasted off. It would be considered bloody after that assault.
Okay. And so now I got to roll a bajillion wisdom
Yep.
saves for these rocks.
We'll move on. It's now her turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
The
6.
chains that are wrapped around the thing.
What do I have to be on the wisdom save?
It's a 15.
Okay. Oh boy. I have a minus. Is it -4 or -3?
Well, they have
They're a 3.
They have a 3 wisdom, so every odd is down is a bad. So 9 is -1, 7 is -2, 5 is -3, 3 is -4.
4. Oh, Sherbert.
All right, moving on. So she's in her thing. The statue appears to have been broken free. It breaks out the chains. Lumi, you're up.
And how is Maharaga doing over there?
Maharaga has just broken out of the chains.
All right, it broke out. Okay, I was just wondering if it had to struggle for a turn.
Oh, it did.
I'm
It
gonna
spent its action breaking out of the chains.
Okay, the Divine General is free and ready to start kicking our asses. I'm gonna do a beam in this way. I'm sorry, and I'm gonna blast. I need them to make con saving throws.
It's a 5-foot line.
Yeah, 5 foot.
Okay. All right. So two saves, right?
Yep, two saving throws. DC is 16. Let me have a look.
How long is it?
It's 60 feet long. DC 17. And they will be taking 32 radiant damage.
Brilliant.
So, okay. It's a con save, right?
Yes, con.
1 got a 19, 1 got a 9, so 1 fails. Which is the first one on the path? So number 9 is the first. Oh no, number 4. All right, so number 4 is the one that passes. So they would take half of 30. What was it? 30 something?
32. So 16 radiant.
4 to 16. Thank you. Okay, it is bloodied, and then the next one on the path is which one are you? This number 9?
9.
Okay, number 9. That one's the one that failed. It's 32. It is obliterated. Yes, you do kill number 9. Yeah, that statue. Just it like almost like a sandblast gets a ton of it just eroded away in this column of light, and then just kind of falls onto one leg and crumbles in onto itself. Parts of the still horrific visage, the faces never became animated, but the bodies did, and so it's still that twisted horror expression, and half of that face is still in that horrible expression right now of agony when it died. All right.
God, sorry. And I'm going to move 5, 10 to here. Just I'm gonna pivot around this one.
Okay. And all right, Baldric, you're up. Did you make your concentration check for your animate objects, by the way, from getting hit?
Oh no. Shit.
And you moved after your turn.
12.
Yeah, you did it too, because you did your animate objects before you moved, I think.
All right, well, let's do the
24
big
damage.
hit first.
So you need to
Let's
get
try roll.
a con save of 12 for the first hit.
Nope. So those rocks are all gone.
Oh, that means that guy got healed.
Yeah.
All right, number 7's healed again. Okay. Sure. All right. Yep, all rocks are gone then. Shoot. All that celebratory. All those saves you did. All right, what do you want to do on your turn, Baldric? It's just never your day.
it's only gonna be one. Damn it. Well, no, I don't want to do that either.
Evelyn's on deck, so get ready.
It was resistant to fire. It was resistant to necrotic. I will, alright, let's just cast a cantrip then. I will cast, Chill Touch at, number 5. The one, oh wait, number 4 will hurt. Well, Chill Touch number 4.
Disadvantage on a ranged attack roll.
Yeah, that's right.
Gonna get 17.
17. Or 4. It's disadvantage. 4 is the low. And 4 plus my, what do I have, 9? Plus 9, is that what it is?
No. Yeah, their AC is 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Alright. And that's my turn.
Alright, Evelyn's up.
Feared, right?
Yep, she would have to run. There's no reaction from them yet. So she can just use her action, and she would want to. I mean, she could run down this hallway, or she could run to that corner. It's either, as long as she's running from it.
Okay. Yep.
I guess technically, like here.
Was that 25 or 30? I thought it was 30. Oh.
She's not slowed. She's not. She only has 1 level of exhaustion, if I recall.
Oh yeah, that is right.
Yeah, so she has her max. So
Is she about to make a saving throw?
She's about to make a saving throw, yes.
I will use my
before,
reaction.
Before that, bonus action, Cure Wounds.
Cure Wounds is an action to do.
Is it really? Oh
Yeah,
my god,
Healing
hold
Word
on.
is the
I have too many tabs up.
Yeah, so Cure Wounds, this is, I can help you with that. Cure Wounds is an action, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm mixing it up because I see Healing Word there too.
Yes, she does not have that. She's used it sometimes, but she doesn't have it currently prepared.
Alright, so, yeah.
Did Lumi want to do something for her on her saving throw?
Yeah, I'm going to use my second to last charge of Wheel to give her advantage on this, and my reaction.
Not advantage, you'll give her a D...
D6.
All right. Add a D6 on top of that. She's going to need that. What was a 6?
That was a 10.
10 plus 2, so it's 12, starting before her stuff gets added to it. Now...
13. Fuck.
What was it? 14?
13 total. 13 total.
Just misses. Yeah, she needs a 15, so she's still technically feared. Okay. Dolma, you're up.
Oh my goodness.
Just touch him real quick so he unfears with your aura. There will be...
Roderick's unfucking feared.
Don't forget you have half your movement speed, so you can only move up.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
5, 10.
That one will off attack you for leaving. It's not going to hit.
I'm gonna back up here and hit him for trying to hit me.
Okay. He doesn't care about Evelyn, but he does care about Roderick. We see where it comes out.
I don't have enough movement speed.
Yeah,
thanks.
sure. All right, so yes, you swing back at the guy. Okay, make 2 attacks.
Got him.
That hits. Yep.
Yeah.
And then you'll need probably the second attack too.
Oh yeah, with disadvantage.
You don't have disadvantage. Why would you have disadvantage?
Oh, never mind.
Yep.
So then 17 to hit.
17.
Well, not 17.
Yeah,
17
more,
plus. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
how much damage?
7 sword, 7 improved smite.
All right, 14. These ones do not seem to have any resistances to any of that damage.
Okay. Is he dead?
No, he's still definitely alive. Because unfortunately, Roderick's rocks did not get to hurt him because they were no longer funnel floating.
16 to hit.
A 16 total is just a miss. It's in 17 AC.
And that's me.
All right. It is now Ikal's turn. Come on, Thorak, make him do something great.
Alright. Oh, he's gonna go break his Alright, so... Okay. This thing is... wounded. Poor Boldrick over there is getting surrounded. So he's gonna take opportunity attack.
Nope, it's already used against Doma, so it doesn't have it.
Oh, perfect. 5, 10, 15. He's gonna go over and he actually positions himself like this. So he's blocking these two guys, and he's just gonna... I can't even... Oh, my tab doesn't work. I can't ping. Okay, he's gonna hit number 5.
Yeah, number 5. Okay, and then make... you'd have 2 attacks available to you.
2 attacks with the knife.
Clove render, so you get a plug. Alright.
Ooh, nat 20 and a natural 5, plus let's see what it is to hit is. Maybe it hits.
11, so he's a 16, I think.
Yeah, 16.
Does not hit, just misses.
Oh,
the crit does hit, though, so you can roll...
2d8 and 2d6.
Yeah.
Alright, and this is gonna be the damage. This plus 7, so that is 23.
Yeah, that is enough. No, it's just alive. Number 5. Number 5 has not been hit. Yeah, 23. It's barely alive. Barely. Could not be closer.
Okay, he's gonna...
Spend a key to Flurry of Blows.
He could make 1 attack with a bonus action, or he can Flurry of Blows, then move and hit another target, right?
Yeah, he does not have to take both.
Okay, he can have Flurry of Blows then.
Used all his movement, didn't you? Doesn't he have 2 level 2 exhaustion?
Yeah, but he just moves like 25 per turn, and he can use the Tabaxi.
He has like 11 keys.
He used the Tabaxi at the beginning. Oh no, he didn't. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, he can use it. He's good. All right. Right, he'll use the key. Strike. That's a 17.
That hits. All right. Well, we know minimum damage.
Is...
Minimum damage is enough. Minimum damage is enough. It's dead.
Okay.
So
that kills him.
He just clocks it with the back of his like. Actually, probably does like a backwards like kick, like a crane, and just slams into the head of this thing, and it falls down on itself. Baldric, you're free of oppression.
Woo! And he's gonna hop on one leg and also crane kick number 10.
All right. Probably flips backwards and does a roundhouse kick into the side of it.
25.
Now these, by the way, these are not Clove Runner hits. These are unarmed strikes, so they can't use.
Yes, unarmed.
So it's just the D8 plus his mod.
Plus 5. Yes. So 14 plus 11. No, it's not 11 to hit. It's less on unstrike. Okay.
So it's
and
yeah,
that
it's
is
17 AC. So
that's 6 damage. Wow.
6 damage. He still killed one. So which number is that? That's number 10. 6 to 10. Okay. All right. It calls turn ends. Thoric, you're up.
Alright, it's fighting time. I'm surrounded by 10 of them? What? No. I'm surrounded by 3 of them, and I have 3 attacks, or I could do 1 attack. So I'm gonna do the 1 attack. I will cast Booming Blade on number 2.
Alright.
I will try to.
Okay. Swing a hit.
Please work. Because this will be cool if it does.
Boom.
Hiya! So, I do not have the plus 11 he does. I have like a plus 9. That's a 13 hit. That's a 13 hit. No, I didn't think so. Okay. He's gonna drink a health potion.
You could swing with your bonus action with your because you did a cantrip, right? You did Booming Blade, so you could take
a. Did he do that? I just forgot I stopped using that feat because it was so fucking bad.
Well, that's part of the reason why your cantrips aren't so bad. You still get 2 attacks, basically, right?
Oh yeah. All right. Much better. That's like 20 something.
That's a normal attack, unfortunately. But yes. All right, that does hit.
Oh. Oh, that's good. That's 14 damage. Max roll.
14. Okay. To which number did you hit, by the way?
Number 2. 15 damage.
15 and 1
Is it an elemental by any chance?
It's not an elemental.
Like a stone elemental? No? Okay.
Nah. All right.
It's not an elemental?
Okay. You hold your ground, I take it?
Yeah.
All right. So the 3 around you are going to swing into you. Okay. Oh, they have to do a disadvantage, right? Okay. So 2 natural 16s even out, so that's a 21 to hit.
Shield.
Okay, so then
misses.
All right, and then the second attack, no way, and the third attack, yeah, not possible. Okay, so those are done. Doma, 1 attack against you. That is a 22 to hit, Doma.
Yeah, I think that probably hits.
That is a meager. What is their bonus again? Okay, yeah, it's 9 slashing damage, and you need to make a con save. Take 9 and take a con save.
I can't hit them, but they can't hit me either.
Good old con save.
You did hit 1.
Okay.
What you?
Oh.
You're like, this is cool as fucking.
And the big one hit me
By
a
the way,
bunch
this
of
is
times.
still the
and
same
fell on
day
me.
that you almost did everything else amazing. Don't forget, this is the day you were like burning books with chromatic orb. You used chromatic orb to get through a trap. You were just like happy. They're like, oh, I'm doing all these things I never get to do. Absorb elements worked.
Yeah, he tried to booming blade and just wrap it all up, and oh no, back to normal. The fucking guy.
You already
fell
had
on
your
him.
luck, is what it came out to be. 15 con, Demi. That's
Yeah.
you passed. You're not going to be petrified.
Nice.
And but you did
it is
take
petrified.
You did take the 9 damage. Okay. Lumi, one attack against you. It's an 8.
Shield.
I guess these guys are gonna come down to Ikal. Yes. So 2 attacks against Ikal. Natural 6 is not enough, and then a 20 to hit Ikal.
No.
All right.
Toughest
So,
21 AC.
yep. So they all that's their turn, and then Roderick, you're up.
Was number 4 actually damaged at all?
Number
Yes. Yeah, number 4 took 16 damage.
Number 4 is hurt.
I will dedicate 2 Eldritch Blasts to.
You can do them one at a
screw it, all
time.
three.
You can do them one at a time. So-
Okay. Yeah, one at a time.
And are you still feared?
No.
No.
Doma's still closer to him.
Doma walked over so he could cleanse
What a
it.
champ Doma is.
Rough. Alright. 12 does not do it for the first one.
Okay,
I gave you a disapproving look.
Walked up.
17. Yes,
17 is just enough.
Why do you keep running away?
9 damage.
9 to number 4, right?
Yes.
Number 4 has crumbles as 2 shots go through. Anything
one
special
shot,
about your Eldritch Blast, by the way? Do they look like anything? Do you like apparate them to look, or do they just look like orbs of being shot off?
Well, have you ever read Tower of God?
Yes.
So you know how they have like those what is it? What do they call it? Like the bangs and stuff like that? Kind of like when they shoot their shit out like that. Yeah, that look like that.
Hey, one person knows what it looks like.
I know, right?
Can you describe that? No? Okay, it's it gets blasted a bit, like key blast, I guess. I don't know what to say. Maybe give me art sometime.
Like they sure, I got you.
All right, so you have 1 shot remaining. You have 1 shot remaining.
Oh shit! Well, how about Thor? With number 1.
Number 1. All right, take a shot.
I'm good.
Oh, you said you're good. All right, let me switch. It doesn't matter. 13.
All right, so 1 miss, and then you fire off the side, and that one also misses.
And far step. Just get a little closer, just to use it. Right there.
You also have your normal movement too, by the way, because you didn't have to burn it.
That's okay. It's cool to far step.
All right, there are no more rocks as we're gone. All right, so then it's her turn. Yes, it's free. It's going to start moving toward its targets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it doesn't need to be that close. I can attack from over here. Yes. That's going to step to this space. No, actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3. It crushes this one and just immediately destroys it. And then it bears down top of a claw as you don't see it like its shoulders move or anything like that, but almost as if like shadow apparates into phantom limbs from what the sugar blades are. These shadow arms lash out like whips towards a call's position. And there's 2 strikes towards a call. Ooh. Natural 1.
That misses.
And then the natural 17, which is almost absolutely gonna hit. Yeah, it's like a 26, right? So you call is hit by that attack. Take 16 a call, bludgeon damage, and that's it on its turn. Okay, moving down to Lumi. You're up.
Okay. I'm going to fly around Logic 5, 10 here. And I'm going to raise my hand to blast towards the big statue, but then turn to the left and see my good friend.
Idiot. Well, it's too late. Sorry,
And see my good. It would have been even better if you didn't stumble that one. But I'm actually going to save Thorak and blast this direction.
Okay.
And hit these 3. So 3 con saves from them.
All right, 3 con saves. Sure.
DC 17. And if they're undead, they have disadvantage, but I don't know what these are.
They're not undead.
Okay. They're taking 31 points of radiant damage if they get below 17.
So I think what's their con save again? Where are they? I guess that's 1 failure. Second one's a failure. The first one's a pass. Third one's a failure. All right, 2 failures. 31, right? So 6 is destroyed, and number 2 is destroyed, and number 7, who is partially hurt, even with half, he would get destroyed, correct? Because it's you said 30 what? 31?
31.
15?
So 15 is half.
Yeah, he would be destroyed as well. Okay. So you with a beam to the left. Oh, there's your extra guy. He's beneath him. Okay. Well, all right. So yes, with that, 3 guys are gone. All right. Anything else?
Thorak, are you okay? Can't hear him over the battle, so I'm going to assume he's fine. That's my turn.
Move away from the mic.
Baldric, you're up. Actually, no. This guy is going to use
legendary action.
A legendary action, yes, and he's going to move. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and it will crush and destroy this guy in the process of doing that.
And also Lumi.
And that one's also destroyed. it's right next to you, Lumi. Okay. Unfortunately, it does not get to crush you guys, unfortunately. All right. With that in mind, that's that. Now it is Baldric's turn.
Opportunity attack, what do you call? Yeah?
Yes, he would.
Okay, 20.
A 20...
Unnatural, does it hit?
A 20 does hit.
Okay. Woohoo! 16 damage total. No, more.
So use the cloak.
This does matter in a differential between the necrotic and the... Actually, he's cut resistance to them both. So yeah, just what's the total?
5 necrotic. Okay.
Sorry, I forgot.
5 necrotic, 11... What am I calculating wrong?
Oh dear.
11 plus 5, 16? My math is bad. Let's just say 16.
16 total?
No. Yes.
Okay, 8. Okay. All right. Yes, he moves there, and then, yes, who was it on Baldric? Yes, Baldric.
Well, hurt is 1.
1 is not hurt at all. Looks perfectly fine. Number 2 looks damaged. Number 5, I think, actually was killed, or is number 5 still alive? Where's number 5? Number 5 was killed. I just didn't mark it.
2's dead. Yeah, 2's dead. 6 is dead. 7's dead. There's only 1 left.
Where's 2? Oh, he just beamed it. Oh, I must have marked the wrong.
I don't see anyone standing up on the battlefield besides the 1. So
1 is
3 got 3.
1,
3
6, 8. Oh, you know what? Because it just crushed some of them. That's why there's. Yes, that's the only one remaining. I'm sorry, I didn't actually include the instant destruction of it killing its own allies. I forgot about those.
I will cast Light, just level 3 Blight on number 1.
Blight is a 4th level spell.
Why is it? Oh, yeah, right. I'm reading it wrong. Yeah, so I'll cast level 4 on level 1. I'm just trying to give so you can get over here, Thorak, and not have to worry about that.
19 save, so it is reduced in half, cut in half.
All right.
But still is 8d8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. It is 24 damage.
Those are d6s.
Ooh, yeah.
He's overpowering the spell a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 32 damage.
Cut in half, so it would be... Come on, Brain. 16?
Yeah.
That's a number 1. All right. It is bloodied. Parts of it are destroyed away.
Oh boy, let's see here. I am now. Yeah. I am what's. Is this reach too? Do I move again?
Wait. Igal will take care of you.
Oh gosh. I will move away.
Okay.
And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Got it. Okay, Evelyn's turn. She must dash to keep distance. And then-
Whoa, no legendary actions? Huh? Just making sure, no legendary.
What is distance in this
you
case?
know,
'Cause it's like
yeah, you're
either
right.
race-
Actually, there would be a legendary action. Thank you. Legendary
Of
action.
course, just looking out for my DM. Don't worry.
Hey, I was trying. Okay, so it's going to use its 2 legendary remaining actions to do prophecies of the distant stars.
That's scary sounding.
Act saves, you know it's bad.
So I need everyone besides Roderick, because you're all within 60 feet. But everyone besides Roderick needs to make a save. You need to make a intelligence saving throw.
Now, I have a quick question. When an ability says a creature you can see, but it doesn't say other than yourself. Are you considered to see yourself?
You can see yourself.
I'm gonna wheel my
Unless
last
they're
wheel.
blind,
I'm gonna oh, shit. My last wheel and my reaction I'm going to use on myself for the saving throw.
Okay.
All right. Okay. 11 is not a bad start. And then
Is this a charm?
It is not a charm.
That's really fucking good, and I'm actually very happy now.
Oh right, it costs
All right, so
Alter
just to speed this up, it's a 15 requirement. But if I could have people tell me what their totals are, so that would chronicle-wise for audio.
Well, for the podcast too. Yeah.
21 for me.
All right, so
22 for Evelyn.
22 for Evelyn. She passes. 21 for Lumi is a pass. Baldric, what'd you get?
24.
That's a pass. Thoric, what'd you get?
15.
That's a pass.
Jesus.
And
So
then
you all only take half of 150.
what about a call?
3.
3. Okay, so call is a failure. What's Roderick?
I'd say it wasn't except Roger.
Yeah, so what is Roderick?
Except Baldric.
Oh, you're right. Besides Roderick.
said
Roderick is immune. You're correct. Did I miss anyone? Is there anyone we did not get?
I got a 15.
See everybody.
Oh, 15 on Doma. Doma, that's a pass. All right, so everyone passes.
No, a call rolled a 3, right?
Oh, besides a call. Yes, a call does fail. Okay, so with that in mind, then it would be it would have been 9 psychic damage, but it gets cut in half for those of you pass, so it's only 4. And then a call would take 9 psychic damage.
That's it?
That's it.
My god.
That's just an opposing name.
Big, cool reaction.
I mean, I'll let you know. If you all failed, it would have been 99 damage. I'm sorry, it would have been 7 times 9. It would have been 60. It would have been 63 damage with 2 legendary actions. I think that's
per person.
I don't think you realize how much, but a party of 7, how much damage it actually still is.
Again, what?
Anywho,
We
so
each
now
are taking 9, and there's 7 of us, so 9 times 7 is
that's
63.
yeah. So anywho, Evelyn has to dash to run away now.
Yeah, so it's like, again, where it's at is like which direction, whatever.
If she can't run away from it, then she would just be stunned. Is what it ends up being. She can't run closer to it.
30.
So that's reasonable.
She's
Yes,
not running closer.
She's getting it, and then she could.
This is right there, really.
Yeah, she is not slow, so she does get her full move speed. And then you can go ahead and make her check, her saving throw to see if she finally breaks free.
Let's hope and pray, right?
I can't help.
I'm sorry, what was the damage again?
4 for everyone.
All right, so she is still feared.
She's not slow. She's not slowed, and you didn't dash her. She has to dash, right? Wasn't she here? So she should be able to move like 12 squares, right?
She can. She should be moving 12 squares. So she should be
Moving
like
back here.
45, 50, 55, 60.
Yeah.
All right, Doma, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna turn. And I'm gonna hit him.
Okay, make an attack.
Never saw that coming, did you?
No, I would never.
That is a what's a 3?
A 3 misses.
Let's try that again. Alright, that's a little better. That's, holy shit. 22?
A 22 does hit.
Alright, I'm gonna... third level smite.
Alright.
That's 3 dice, right? Plus improved smite.
Third level smite would actually be 4 d8s.
Oh, my bad. I'll just grab one of these.
That's a lot of d8s you roll there, fella.
I do like whacking things once in a while.
So I do need to know the difference between this normal slashing and the radiant damage. It does matter.
Alright, so slashing, you got 12 slashing, and then, Jesus Christ, 13 radiant.
Okay, so 12 slashing you said, right? Okay, so that's only 6. And then 13 radiant? Okay. And thank you, Kyle, for reminding me of that. There would be an opportunity attack against Evelyn as she did run by 1. So that is a 16 to hit Evelyn from number 1.
She has a 16, right?
Wait, one more time?
When it ran by number 1 from Evelyn, she provoked an opportunity attack, which it took, and had a 16 to hit.
We'll let it pass. Go ahead.
Let it pass? Was she shielding?
Okay, let it hit.
Oh, you're letting it hit.
Let it hit.
Okay, I'm letting it hit. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, she takes 10 slashing damage, and she needs to make a con save.
All right, let's hope these dice don't fail me again.
Oh boy.
9.
Okay, she is...
Those dice love you.
I guess I have to read it to you. Target is a creature. It must make a con saving throw, and she fails, or begins to turn to stone, and is restrained until the end of its next turn, when it must then repeat the saving throw. So she can't move, and she currently has disadvantage on all attacks, and she's restrained. She's still feared 2, technically. Alright. And maybe it's good that the owl is actually not here to suffer this. She would not be happy for sure. Alright, so anywho, back to Doma's turn. You did your 2 attacks. There's nothing else in your turn, right?
Wouldn't it be beautiful if there was?
Okay,
No.
It calls up. It's okay, you guys you guys are powerful heroes. You got this.
Wait, no, she couldn't have been there because she started here.
Anywho, so a call.
No, because she would be moving back.
Potato.
Oh, potato. Sorry, my bad. Whose turn is it?
You call. Call.
My bad. Moving up, hitting this thing with the knife.
Clove
knife
render.
hit.
Yep.
Yes, I'm gonna rend his clothes and break his peaks.
Both of those will hit. Yeah, both will hit.
Perfect. First hit, blah. First damage, rather. And there's the second. First damage is 16. Second damage is 13.
Alright, so 16 and 13. So
29 total.
16 would be 8, so that's... And then a 13 would be a 6, so... Okay. And anything else on his turn? Alright, another key spent, so he loses a key. 2 more attacks. These have to be unarmed. So he doesn't have the bonus.
So these are +9, 18 and a 19?
18 just misses, a 19 just hits. So just 1d8.
Ooh. Okay, 1d8.
8?
Ah,
plus
perfect.
5.
Plus 5, 13.
Okay, cut in half. 2, 6.
And as a sub-reaction to Flurry of Blows, this thing cannot take reactions.
Alright.
And so,
You lost
5.
No legendary reactions.
You hit it with both flurry of blows, though, right?
No,
only
he
one.
missed one.
Oh.
15, 20. And the cow's gonna move back out of fucking range.
Alright. Okay, got it. Yeah, your turn would then end, and now it is Thorik's turn.
Thorik is gonna hit this thing. Try to hit it with the Booming Blade. Number 1, Booming Blade. Here it goes.
Alright, swing.
Do not fail me again, Booming Blade. Oh, you fuck!
It's a 5! It's not the natural 20 that it was me.
This is some next level cosmic bullshit. I swear to fucking God.
That's unfortunate.
Alright, bonus action.
Oh my God.
For the podcast, what did he roll?
Yeah, what's your
I
total?
rolled a 5 that was cocked and barely not a natural 20, so I got a natural 5.
Total is what, though? It's 14.
There we go.
Right, but he does crit
This
his
is a
bonus
crit.
action swing.
Okay,
Nope,
so
you get another
that's
one.
only...
Because you're savage attack.
Oh, yeah, because a half-orc. Cool. Gonna do this much damage. Wow.
7 plus your strength.
7 weight plus 8 plus...
1.
Wait. Math isn't mathing. Sorry. I have more bonuses. Oh, this plus 6, so that's 13 damage.
13 damage! It is dead! You
Woo,
cleave like right
yay.
through it, and its head kind of like falls to the side.
Wow.
I'm gonna step once over here.
Alright.
Yeah, I was gonna have to keep some distance. That's
Okay,
it for his
your turn ends. Roderick, you're up.
Okay. I said it can't take reactions currently.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll just first far step.
Okay, that's 60
we
feet.
going?
You can go pretty much anywhere in the room.
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't need far step if it can't hit you, no? You just walk.
He could, but he's also far stepping because he doesn't trust it. He's used
He
far
wants to
step.
get far.
By the way, did you make your concentration check when you got hit by the... Oh wait, you're immune to it. That's right, you didn't have to do the roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And you'll basically cast a synaptic static, kind of how we did the fireball, just above everybody else.
Zip
On
zap.
that.
Alright. Synthetic static.
Alright, let me get my static stuff.
It will
let's
use
see,
a
I got my
legendary resistance to pass the save. It's not going to eat that for sure.
That's so half as much.
Yep.
It's only got one more, guys. Then we can start casting silly spells on it.
That is. Alright, that's 29.
So 14 in there. Okay. 14. Okay, that makes this on that, and then... Alright, you notice that as you guys have done damage to it, and a sufficient enough damage to it, the what would be depictions of cloth seals that have been wrapped around it start breaking off as you're damaged, and the seals come undone. And what's truly beneath whatever was sealed away begins to take actual shape in front of you. And as if staring at fractals upon fractals, it becomes a blurred mess, and it begins to hurt you to look at this thing. Whatever it is, it hurts. Your brain cannot comprehend it. Roderick, you're immune to this. What you see before you would be similar looking to that of what would you depiction, like an obsidian god, a perfect chiseled body, immutable forms, right? A gorgeous male with no hair, just pure black obsidian bald, and standing in its full glory with you. Let's just say that the choice bits are covered by some kind of like flowing what would be a pure cloth. This does not look like a stone creature beneath. It looks like an actual flesh creature with obsidian black skin. But to everyone else, your brain just sees a blurred mess, and it hurts to stare at it.
What the fuck?
I will let you guys know. On your turn, you will get the opportunity to avert your gaze. If you don't, there will be a consequence.
Oh, wowie zowie.
Wowie zowie! Alright, Roderick, it's still technically your turn right now.
Yeah, he just says, what the fuck?
Alright, your turn ends, and it's now... Why is Baldric suddenly up here? Wait, Baldric was lower in initiative. Where were you, Baldric? Weren't you like
9? Was I 9?
Okay. It's now its turn. And at this point, Roderick would see that its hands come out into what almost looked like a welcoming gesture to everything nearby it. The rest of you all just see this like blurred slash, which appears to be these kind of like shadow arms tendriling out again. And it lashes out to things nearby it. Lumi attacks towards you. By the way, Lumi, did you make your con save for your...
I don't need to.
Oh, you're just a
dragon going.
Okay. So, Lumi, that is a 17 and a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
17 does not hit you?
I have a +4 dex. I have a studded leather armor, and a heavy shield.
Okay.
Heavy.
Alright, so the one attack that does hit you is 23 bludgeoning damage.
That's a big ouchie.
And then you would have to make a con check for that.
I don't. I make it.
It would be you'd have to get over a 10. You'd have to get a 11.
Yeah, Dragon's ability is any roll less than 9 is a 10, and I have a +3 con save. So, 13.
Alright, so an 11 would... Yeah, so you'd have to get a 13... Okay. You'd have to basically get anything under...
I have to take over 26 damage to even have a chance to lose con.
Okay. And that covers its action. It's now Lumi's turn.
I will I'll close my eyes and fly up 10 feet, and then I'll grip my hands together, pull them back, and gather power between them. And then I'll blast it with a sunbeam. Ha! It needs like a con saving throw. It takes 27 radiant if it fails. DC 17. Half of it succeeds.
It passes. All right, so you said
Okay.
DC. So
27.
I said cut in half. Okay.
13? 13.
Yep. All right. Cool. All right.
And it can take reactions now, can't it?
It can.
That's unfortunate. I'll just stay hovering 10 feet in the air then.
All right. It's going to immediately spend its 2 legendary actions to do Prophecies of the Distant Stars again. Can I have everyone please make intelligence saving throws?
No, you win.
You're all within 60 feet of it, so you are. Yeah.
In pain.
Roderick, you are still immune again, so just have to roll for Evelyn.
Oh,
What is it?
That's an
int saving throw.
intelligence saving throw, and you need to get a 15.
Okay, I
16
say.
for Evelyn. Well, my head just started to scream at me. It's about time to die.
Oh, that is 15. Nice. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so I see that we have Lumi has a 15, so he barely passes. Baldric got a 28, that is a pass. Roderick as Evelyn, Evelyn passes with a 16. Looks like Thorak has a 22, which is a pass, and Akal miraculously has a 19, that's a pass, and Demi also has a 15. So no one fails. You all would take half of the damage. It's half of 14 is what it would be. So you guys take 7. All of you take 7 damage. And if you're concentrating spells, you have to check, but Lumi is immune to it, apparently. So that covers that.
26 damage, baby!
And Baldric, you're up.
So Blight is... I want to avert my eyes, but Blight's a target I can see. So if I avert my eyes, I can't...
Yeah, you have to actually see it, which means you'd have to do the check. And you'd have to suffer the consequence.
Can you hear me?
Let's see.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna fireball over here, and up, so it doesn't hit anybody else. I will cast fireball at level 6.
Okay. That is a failure. It will use its last legendary resistance to pass that.
All right. How many d6 do I get?
Oh, well, it's 8 for level 3. You're doing it, so it's an extra 3d6. So it's 11 d6.
D6. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. That's a total of 42 damage.
Half to 21. Okay, where are you? All right. Anything else on your turn?
I'll move toward. Ugh. No, I'll just stay where I am.
All right. As your turn ends and that giant explosion happens, you see this... Oh, wait, it has resistance to fire damage. That's right. It has to be cut even in half again.
Oh, God.
It was 21 to 10. Okay. All right. Yes. Cut. Okay. Got it. All right. It's now Evelyn's turn, who would have to dash, so she would be probably...
Is she restrained?
She's restrained, so she can't move. So she technically is stunned, but she still gets to make she has to make 2 saving throws. First of all, let's do the fear one. Let's do the wisdom saving throw. He's a 15 or higher.
It is exactly 15.
So she's no longer feared. All right, now you need to make the con saving throw. The second con saving throw.
This is important. Oh! Ooh,
10.
4. 10.
Okay. Got it. So, at the end of her turn, she manages to steel herself, maybe in the adrenaline of like her body starting to become petrified, and she looks down at her hands and she shrugs it off. She does not become stone.
Whoa.
10 is just the requirement of 10 DC.
Oh! Just barely made both of them.
So she's still. All right, Doma, you're up. Actually, it will spend a legendary. It's a legendary action here, actually, to slam Lumi again. It does not like this little thing beaming it with one of the few things that actually seems to hurt it. Oh, that's a 19 to hit you. So
that is a hit.
20, unnatural 20. That's it.
Well, you know what? 19 hit, but the unnatural 20 also hits me and clobbers me. I like to think it's while I'm channeling the beam, while I'm like, ha! Its fist just comes flying through.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, snap!
Oh, hey!
Take 22 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch! Yeah, I'm not gonna drop con. I'm gonna drop fucking life at this rate. I got one more of those in me, guys. That one fucking blasts me against the wall, and I bounce back.
All right, Doma. Yeah, it's your turn.
Alright. Time to just whack up everything.
Okay.
Whack. That's
Ooh. Wait, did it have advantage because I'm like blinding myself? Did it have crit me?
No, it doesn't get that. It doesn't get that
away?
kind of advantage, unfortunately. Averting your gaze is not blinding condition.
That's a 19 to hit.
Did you avert your gaze?
Yes, I did.
I'm talking to Doma.
Nope.
All right, so you didn't avert your gaze. So then you would just automatically take 10 psychic damage from looking at this thing. Your brain just. It hurts to look at it. You feel blood trickling down your nose. Your ears are ringing. Your eyes do not want to look at it, but you force yourself through. Now you can roll what your roll was. What was your roll? 17?
It was 19 to hit.
19 just hits!
Well, I think you know I'm gonna smite it.
All right. You do need to differentiate between the damages for me, please, so keep that in mind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your last level 3.
I'm gonna take away 1 smite. No, I'm gonna do my last level 2.
Okay.
Okay, so that's let me click off that +5. So that's 9 sword damage.
9 sword damage, which is cut in half. So
And
that's
16 smite.
16 smite. All right.
Now I try and hit it again.
You don't need to. How do you want to kill it?
Oh yes! I want to stab it and make it explode with holy energy.
That's how you killed the slime, too.
Damn straight it is.
I'll help you out a little
everything.
bit. I'll help you out a little bit. As a theme, from Roger's perspective, this immaculate god is seemingly annoyed at the little fairy mosquito. And just wham! Slams Lumi. He goes flying off, spins a little bit. And then as it does that, it turns towards you, and you see it kind of like put both hands up as it sends a slam down, and you Dark Souls forward roll underneath it. Boom! Roderick for a moment thinks you've been crushed. There's a reverberating in the room as the crown shakes for a little bit. But then a golden light explodes out from under its abdomen as you manage to jump up after the roll and then stabbed into it and did like a upward vertical slash. And there's a kind of like the cut continues up its body, and it sees the head, its eyes from Roderick's perspective. Everyone else is just a weird, I don't know, missing number from Pokemon, just like floating there. There's like a golden light going up it. But from Roderick's perspective, the thing kind of like tries to clasp and stop it, but it continues to go through it. And then there's a giant explosion, and then a bunch of rubble, stone. It wasn't flesh. There's no sprout of blood. It just is rubble. scatters against the ground, rocking against the metal frame. At which point, the ghost reappears.
Go screw yourself.
Here.
I swear to God, if she screams my ears out again.
Doma, you still have your turn. Is there anything you want to do on the remaining of your turn?
The remaining of my turn.
You still have your movement, and you still have your last swing.
Oh.
Or any of the... Well, yeah, that's what you have.
15.
Okay.
I'll stab it.
Alright, so as you approach her, the ghost, which is floating maybe now like 1.5 feet off the ground, she is just... looks like she's winded, exasperated, fatigued, and as you approach over her, you lift your blade up to swing, you have advantage on the attack. Go ahead and swing with advantage.
Nice.
You could try and break her chains.
Oh, the statue is chained.
She had chains wrapped around the bottom of her like a ball gown, remember?
It's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
So?
Wait. She was being pulled with a chain into the statues, too, like against her will.
Is that true?
It's that you are free to do what you want. You know it's an undead, so you'd have some big damage.
Don't tempt me with that damage, Laris.
It would be big damage, my man.
I strike at the chains.
Nope. You can strike the creature. You rolled the attack. You can't change it now.
Alright, fine. Oh, I hit it then.
Yeah. Did you want a divine smite? The last level 3?
Nope. No, I don't.
All right. So what did your totals here? It's a crit. You got to roll twice of those, my man. Get this in here and get another one. Yeah, that. Don't do all of them. Do this one and this one separately. You've already rolled those two. Yeah. That's the radiant. All right. So radiant damage is 13. 13 radiant to the ghost.
6 sword.
And then how much was the physical?
6.
6 total? Alright. Alright, 19 damage total. Does not seem like she's resistant to non-magical slashing damage, and she does take the radiant damage. She winces as if it actually does hurt her. But you recognize something. The reason why you had advantage is not because she's prone. She's not fighting you. She's letting you hit her. She's trying to let you hit her. And now, at the end of your turn, it's a Call's turn.
Go with Call.
He notices this tiny little detail with his massive perception. He's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Motherfucker. He'll have to use his tabaxi, whatever. He doesn't care. He's fast. And he's gonna make the same attack, except he's gonna try and target the chains with the dagger.
Okay.
First attack. 14. Advantage, I assume?
You would have advantage, yes.
25.
Okay, roll damage.
Okay.
She's immune
11.
to necrotic, so she cannot take necrotic damage.
8.
8. Okay, it does seem to do the full amount of damage you intended. The magic result works, but it does not hit the chain. It seems to it hits her as part of her essence is separated. It's almost as if those chains aren't chains; they're just spectral versions of her.
Guys, what do we do?
What the hell was that?
Guys,
Hey guys, what am I trying to do here? Hey!
I don't understand.
Oh no! I gotta get a pizza over a 3rd and 4th. Okay. So
what the fuck do we do here?
You still have your remaining of your turn.
He asks the question, no one answers. Continue stabbing.
Okay.
To make himself feel better, he'll target the chains again anyway.
Because it's his turn, I'll give him this. He says that, and then he stares down at the ghost, and he can read her lips, and he would mutter out, "Please finish it."
Okay. Good enough for me. That's a 20. That's an unnatural 20 to hit.
That hits.
12.
12?
Yep, both
okay,
damage.
12 damage. Alright. She is... Her lower half seems to have disappeared. There's just the upper half with the hand still chained to her upper torso. She would be considered bloody at this point.
Alright, he's not gonna burn any... Oh, he can bonus action hit again.
Yep.
For free. But only unarmed. It's a 16.
That
Or
hits.
19.
D8.
That is just this. Plus 5. 7 damage.
Alright, she's still technically alive.
Okay, that's
Undead.
it. Enzie's turn. Doesn't want to spend key. Then it's gonna go to Thorak. Right?
Yep, Thorak, you're up.
And he's just gonna make 3 attacks. I'll do all of them together.
Alright.
Oh my fucking god! I rolled a 5, a 1,
Wait,
and a 3.
I'm sorry, what was it called when it calls attacks earlier? The one that missed, what did he roll?
He didn't miss anything. He
Oh,
had
he's landed them.
advantage.
Okay,
He had all
yeah. No one's missed her, right? Everyone's landed every hit? Yeah,
Yes.
I actually noticed her AC is different than what I thought it was. Okay, so yeah, what is your what's your low roll here?
advantage. Because all of these fucking definitely miss. Oh my fucking god!
What's the total? What's the total? I'm serious. What's your total?
No, hold on, wait. I'm raging. 5, that's a plus 10, so 15 is the lowest.
That hits.
Highest, sorry.
That hits.
13?
That hits.
Okay.
She is. Don't forget you had advantage on these attacks, by the way.
I rolled with advantage. I rolled a fucking 3 4 times.
Yeah. Okay. Well, her AC is very low in the first place. You pretty much can't miss unless you're like got a bad modifier. So yeah, it's only a 9.
Right. This. 10.
Okay, 10
15. 10 damage on the first. 15 damage on the second.
How do you want to do it? The third attack with the killer.
Alright, with the first swing, it just sort of goes through her somewhat as it's a spectral being. Next time, he's gonna line it up and just do a mercy kill. Just one swift strike through the neck where she's already has the gash and just chop it clean off fully.
Alright. So, those that are in front of her see that she is wincing as if she's in pain every time you guys landed a strike on her. And then Thorak eventually... woof, and then there's no head that rolls off. There's nothing about it. It just... the ghost evaporates into itself like a cloud that's just been parted. And then it's quiet in the room. Coughing from Lumine's like, gosh.
Stand back, I'll finish it. I'm holding like another blast.
Like blood leaking off of like upper part of his face.
Coughing up a pool of blood.
Evelyn's probably like staring down at her hands just to make sure she's not getting petrified. And after 6, 12, maybe even 15 to 18 seconds, eventually you guys realize no new threat comes. And there's a massive rubble of stone of previous things. Some of them might have just been depictions, and some of them might have been actual genuine things. But one thing for certain, many horrible atrocities have occurred in this room. Someone has first-hand experience at, and others you guys have seen premonitions of it.
Roderick would go up to the rubble of. Oh, 1 second. My headset just died.
I'm just gonna. Don't mind me. I'm gonna. Collapses on the ground. Just face down on the ground.
Did somebody say something?
Lumi was saying that he's collapsing on the ground.
I was gonna go over and help her up. Him up. As Roderick approaches the rubble of his headset dying.
You guys, as it gets quiet in here, and there's kind of like now that little slight movement of Roderick,
finally.
there's a little bit of noise, but then you guys hear it once again, this deep pitch that occasionally comes into perception in your hearing. These weird acoustics in this room allowing something in this space.
Aldrich's gonna walk over to the center and put his hand over it. Is there like wind blowing up from it when the sound kicks in?
You'd have to wait a bit, but I'll let you know. No, nothing unusual about that. Occasionally there is a draft that comes up from there.
But it's not timed with the rhythm of the noise.
No.
Okay.
Well, that was something. Is that was all right? Evelyn? Yeah. Almost got turned to stone there, but sorry, it wasn't much help. Whatever that woman did, I just couldn't. I just had to run.
It's alright.
Well, it looks like that everything's under control now, so Roderick. What now? I don't see a new door opening. I don't hear anything. I mean, this was supposed to go down, but
I'm still reeling a little bit.
How far down does the hole go?
Perhaps Krista may be able to come now that the danger is gone.
I was gonna say the same thing, but my...
You're not that. You're not like that, okay? D&D says that you don't do. Like your arms, like oh no.
All right, so he'll try to unsummon and summon Krista once more.
All right, she comes. Poof. You did it. You guys did it. Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
What was that? And he would point to the rubble of the statue.
And Roderick, as you look at that statue, it's no longer in the image of what it was before. It's now just like weirdly shaped flesh, right? But it's like tentacles that were kind of like slightly shaped into a humanoid form, right? Is what it would be. Everyone else is still blurry-ish at the more detailed point. Actually, no, it wouldn't be blurry-ish. Everyone would see now tentacles on it. As would the woman's face, would be just like flesh, body horror that's been morphed into what appears to be like a face. So there is no beautiful obsidian god in front of you. It's just weird like tentacles writhed together to form what would be the loose effects of a human. But the statues are just ruined. Over half of them has been destroyed. Most of the detail has been gone. Maybe this is why your brain can now comprehend it. As a complete work of art, or art, it was something different, and now it's something not.
Because when they were not rubble, they were different.
Well, I do know that we are going to need to do a little cleaning, because otherwise we can't do what we need to do. Could you...
What do we need to do?
Just kind of get the debris of the statues, I guess, off of the center helixes?
Sure.
But then what happens? What's the next? What are we sacrificing and tossing people into the pit? Are we tying them and stabbing them or something?
There will be because Roderick is partially braided already, even if it's damaged, we don't need to do a full tithe. We will need a donation. That will help, but it doesn't need to be enough to cause permanent harm to anyone.
A donation of what?
Blood. And you can't tell as she kind of gestures to the massive pictogram. You see that there's like these little canals and etchings put into the floor itself and the metal plate. And it's not hard to tell from where people would be chained down. When you would scour them, their blood would then fall into the canals. And Roderick, you can see it. The etchings that the blood would make into this massive arcane sigil, it is very reminiscent to a sigil that you use when you want to contact that which hoards. In fact, it's perplexing because you've never seen the actual sigil. Yours is slightly different. It's not exactly this. And you were blindfolded in here. You never saw this. So it's how did you imprint this? or even get an approximation of it to make your variation of it. Nonetheless, it is that symbol. Does it contact that which hordes? Does it contact something else? It's slightly different at points. It's kind of hard to see it without there being the, full effect of maybe something that make the contrast, because it's just metal right now and stone. But with a fluid in it or with a paint in it, it would be easier to see the hyper details. But things do look slightly different, but very close to what you're familiar with. A call will start moving debris to the side as well. Evelyn with her mage hand.
Yeah, I was going to say mage hand and prestidigitation.
Just need to move the majority of the main rubble so that the sigil's not interfered. And Krista will also try to assist moving small pieces.
Can you remind us, since it's been a bit, are we sure this is... We read a bunch of books last time about people being here and summoning the cursed water elementals, stuff like that. Did they mention that what the cult was? Or what patron they... Is this a shrine ritual, I don't know what we want to call it, for Elrian? Or some other fall realm creature?
Asking me? And she's kind of lifting and floating with a rock away.
I didn't mean to judge, but I don't think you're working with the best types of entity. Ow.
Well.
Yeah.
Hard times.
Was that at me, Baldric? Are you asking me?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you now want my opinion? I know how much you love the wasp, you say.
What do you want me to say?
I want
something.
I want you to say that I am a valued member of Heartseeker.
Oh, well, we're a valued member of what Elrian needs too, so let's not forget about that. Do you want Roderick to work with you or not?
He's helping.
He could turn around and leave this room right now. He doesn't have to connect with Elrian.
Are you going to do that, Roderick?
He just continues moving stuff around.
Baldrick's all bark, but no mind. Well, seems like he's picked his side.
You don't know anything. Elrian grants that knowledge to you. So what does Elrian say?
She resumes helping Roderick in his rubble pieces.
Fine, whatever then. He'll walk off to the corner.
All right. Takes you guys some time. We'll expedite it. Maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes to move a large amount of the rock. Now that the things are destroyed, it's significantly easier. Maybe with certain magics, it could have been even faster, but we'll pretend you preserve any remaining mana energies. And the majority of the debris is cleared. So we got all these statues kind of rubbled out to the side. Okay, well, so for a donation, you just need to give a couple ounces of blood, maybe not even a full fluid ounce. A couple drops probably will be enough. We just need everyone to be at a prox position. Roderick, you, much like you're probably familiar with, will need to be near the center. Now I know you're going, but there's a hole there. Well, I can resolve that for you. And then Krista lifts her hands up, and you've never seen her cast magic besides invisibility. But where she is, she seems to cast a spell. And a kind of thin plane of force appears in space, which is at level with the ground over that spot. And then she kind of taps it and she steps on it. Seems good. Baldric, you know what that spell is. Tensor's floating disc, or something of similar akin to it.
I don't really know about this. Blood rituals kind of have a bad connotation over in the Grove. What's left of it.
Luckily, you're only going to have to give a couple drops. I just need someone here. She stands here, and she kind of begins to float to each of these outer portions. And luckily, there's 6 of you.
Yeah, can you just oblige?
You need all of our blood.
I mean, I don't have enough of me to do it, so...
I sort of spilt most of mine out already, so don't.
A lot of the gazes turn towards you, Roderick, as there seems to be weariness, apprehension.
This just feels real weird that you're going to need each of our blood to intertwine with Elrian.
Well, normally it would be a whole person, right, sacrificed and killed to fill. And you're not going to have to die.
If it only needs a few drops.
And how do we know you're telling the truth?
Can I just fill a vial of my own?
We've come this far. We've been completely everything you've asked for.
Krista, is it possible to just use my own blood? And give them it in vials and they just pour it out?
I don't think your blood would be sufficient. After all, you're the catalyst.
Can I insight check Krista?
Absolutely.
Is there some sort of deeper insinuation, ulterior motive here?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
I don't know if my blood would be any good. I'm not even from this plane. I'm not humanoid.
Oh, damn, that's what, 3 plus some chump change, 4, I think is what it is. Yeah, it's only a 7.
She seems like she's telling the truth.
Well,
shit.
Is this really the only way, Krista?
That's why we came.
What if I turn myself into a giant ape? Then I could hop around and you can get the monkey's blood.
You know that the monkey's blood isn't actual. Like, once the polymorph fades, it's not your blood. It's not
polymorph lasts for a while.
It's not real blood. You know that you can't. You know you can't magically.
I'm not trusting this DM. There's no way I'm trusting this DM.
You can't.
He has just enough spots for all the party members to pour their blood into something that connects to a far remote. Oh, we're all going to be intertwined now and betwixt with Elrian. Nuh-uh.
Don't do it.
Well, Kristen, just can you confirm that if they contribute to this ritual, that nothing will happen to them?
I promise.
Now I want to insight her as well.
I want to insight her too. it was like a question. I promise.
I have advantage.
No,
because it's funny.
Don't worry, you have disadvantage because your skill checks. You're exhausted.
Oh gosh, I should roll that disadvantage. You're right.
9. You said inside, right?
Not about that.
15.
15. Yeah, it seems like she is adamant and that she's certain that nothing should bad happen to any of the other people.
Yeah.
You know, if I don't know if we're really worried. I have a spell that can reveal something's true form, but it might definitely kill her if she's just herself as is.
No.
If it does damage, I wouldn't recommend that. I'm not very
No. Can I just ask for all of you to have a little faith? I'll bear any consequences afterwards.
That's really easy to say, Ariane. A little faith with the outer evils is kind of a big deal. No.
In faith in me.
Outer evils. Evils.
Roderick. I'm asking for
Roderick.
I understand.
Evils.
It's not that we're questioning you, Roderick. We're questioning all the circumstances surrounding it.
I know.
Blood magic is awfully odd.
I wouldn't be here without this happening.
Is there any sort of trick I have?
No. Fine.
Yeah,
Ark is going to step on one of the spots.
One of the outer third ring, please.
The outer one, so here?
Up here. Yep.
Here.
That works, thank you. Just need a few more. A call looks to you, Roderick. Roderick, I do this for you.
Thank you.
Fucking blood rituals. I never signed up for this shit. Gods and dolls and...
Thork is just muttering to himself.
Thoric,
I wish
can
Owl
ask a
was
favor
here.
of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a good chance that if this is a draining process, I might collapse and die. So could you pull me away from this?
It doesn't need to be that much. Here you are. And she just picks up like small little stones that are like sharp from the area that she's been collecting, and she just kind of gives everyone a small little stone to use to nick themselves, unless you want to use a different implement. Okay. And then Roderick, you kind of step on what appears to be black void, but your foot does find purchase. You kind of put more and more pressure onto it, and then you can stand on it. Okay. Well, if everyone would just please just give a couple drops down into the little basin you're standing on top of.
I literally have nothing I can do. I don't trust you. I don't trust you at all, Laris. Really? I don't, you son of a bitch. There's no way. This is some
Then
weird
don't do it.
shit.
Then don't do it.
But I have to. You're so stupid.
You don't have to
But
do
I
it.
have to.
You don't have to do anything. You can leave Roderick here. What are you talking about?
Can we just brag some innocent person here instead?
Absolutely.
That's part of my mind. I was like,
That's
dang,
what
she
they-
just got some criminals.
That's what they normally would do. You would abduct innocent people, and then you would slaughter them here. And they would need to use their entire life force. I'd also like to encourage you to look at a lot of the traps earlier. Like, think about the poison room. That room required a significant amount of damage. 10 damage worth of blood. An average citizen does not have 10 damage. That means to get through that trap would require a large amount of dying just to get through into the inner sanctum. This place is full of sacrifice. Nonetheless,
I didn't think Elrin was this type of fucking nerd.
I would need to just
Yeah,
get
someone get the
confirmations
blood, man.
of each
Holy.
person. So let's go and start with Lumi. Lumi, do you prick yourself and drop a droplet of blood?
And we're sure that me being from the Feywild will not have any dire
Should have
consequences?
no problem.
Because, you know, it's just it's an outer realm and it's... Ah! I can't.
Thorek.
Thank you, Lumi.
Yep, he'll do it next. He'll use an actual implement, not a fucking rock.
Okay.
Someone text Owl.
A call controlled by Thorek.
Yes, he will use a regular dagger or a claw. He's not gonna use the fucking magic death dagger.
Use the death dagger.
All right, Evelyn, controlled by Petite.
Hold on, I'm trying to ping her now.
Come on, man. We're got 3 minutes before we're supposed to hard cut off.
Oh yeah, all right. She will. What would she say in this moment?
Well, she would say,
Let's go home.
I don't trust Elrian, but I trust you, Roderick, is what she would say. And then she would do it.
Then she would do it. Yeah, let's go with that. That is very nice.
Am
Doma.
I the only one who's going to use the stone? I'm really hurt.
Doma?
You better make it through this.
Of course.
I stab myself with.
You don't have to stab yourself much. It just needs to be a couple drops. And then Baldric.
A rock.
Its own throat.
Baldric, you're the last one.
Why am I doing this? He doesn't even like me. You know, it's making my life miserable. She's gonna be on that Wormsworth and Hampton list before I know it. You too, Krista. Ah, stupid. I can't believe I have to do this. There's not any blood in me. I'm 82 years old. What do you want? I can't believe I'm being smashed by some sort of four-headed...
He's been muttering this for the last 5 minutes.
He'll take out his dagger and he'll poke his finger and then drop a...
All right.
He'll drop, you son of a bitch, Laris, I swear to goodness.
In unison.
I know where you live. I know where you live.
In unison. Everyone cuts themselves, and we're close to unison. There's a bunch of like winces, right? As then you might squeeze the injury to make a little bit more blood pressure, but eventually a couple drops is donated by everyone. And miraculously, as if some of those statements that Krista made were true, not a large amount is necessary. Because oddly, it's the blood expands. It continues to expand. It continues to expand. Far further down the railing than it should, far further down the canals than it should, as if somehow it's propelling itself and multiplying itself. And you start seeing this really elaborate a logarithm of complex, weird shapes, very similar to like the little shapes you would saw on the banister throughout almost the entirety of the inner sanctum. And these begin to spiral their way through, and they make their way past the third ring and get to the second ring. And as they get to the second ring, the shapes become far more rigid, more geometric, and they begin to twirl their way down towards the center to the first ring, where they then reach the first ring.
We've seen Roderick do his spell circle before.
Mm-hmm.
Does this now with the blood in it looks like that?
It looks very similar, but there are slight changes. It's clear there are differences between Roderick's and this. But Roderick can't even discern which ones. Roderick can't even discern which ones. There's themes that seem to be different. And then finally the blood gets to the edge of the precipice, where the little the little disc, Tensor's floating disc would be. But Tensor's floating disc doesn't stop them. And they all drop towards the middle. And Roderick, you blink, and when you open your eyes, you're not with everyone else. And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Kalima!
Everyone turns over to Louis dead on the ground.
With that, thank you for playing. Thanks for let's getting the game back up and running. We'll catch us next week to the next episode of Arkelya and the next episode of Primerus Paradox tomorrow. And remember, don't trust the Dungeon Master. Good night.
Good night.